knowledge. I got key consumption, Super Saiyan wannabe. I eat a peanut butter for your family, they ugly. You can keep your cousin, most people puzzling. You want my time is by the hour and I need 100. I see your ship and see it sunken, missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love a hot box, a beamer bucket. My demon, she seen a sucker, she bring me, need me, so fucking here for long haul. Press hold to God calls.
Bennett. Welcome back to another episode. You had way more energy for that one than usual. And I just need you to calm down.
I'm having a sugar rush from all that cake I ate earlier.
Yeah, Creighton ate a slice of cake the size of, I would say,
size of
Jerome's head, give or take.
The size of Texas.
It was a large slice of cake.
Texas?
Nowhere to go with that joke, huh? Just going to say a word that sounded like the word you
No,
said?
it's a red versus blue reference. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah, no one else would either.
I can't help it that I'm into obscure internet shows from
Gentlemen.
like 20 years ago. Start your engines.
Welcome back to the Shirts Off Podcast, Season 2, Episode 78, Naked and Afraid Edition, because we're naked as usual. Melissa's not here again because she hates us.
I miss Amanda.
I miss Amanda, too.
Because at least she was consistent.
At least Amanda would be here. Amanda was here when it was time to podcast.
I think it's time to figure out who our next.
Yeah, who our the next person. We need to have this conversation.
Our next.
I think, and listen for a second. I think we can convince Mark Wahlberg to come do. Hey, Melissa.
Shit, it's Melissa, who's definitely not.
Hold on. We're not replacing me. What did y'all think this was?
I don't know what you're talking. We don't even know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about,
gentlemen? Says Copenhagen.
Jokes on you, bitches. I was here the whole time.
Yes, we tricked everyone. Get tricked. Haha. LOL.
Get gotted.
Big laughs.
Fuck all of y'all, especially Copenhagen.
Damn. You shouldn't have started this early. He was probably going to be nice, and now he's going to come for you because you said "fuck you, Copenhagen."
So this is me getting back.
This is
for
her comeback
you,
song.
Making all those neck jokes that I did not appreciate.
You've been coming up with
what
jokes
is you
this
getting
whole
back?
time that you've been away.
What?
You've been coming up with jokes for Copenhagen.
Was that? You just mean that one? Fuck you. Was you all that? Yeah.
That was it.
Well, sometimes it gives you a little ray of. Life gives you a little ray of sunshine. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Wait, I forgot to make this the right size. There we go. Boom. Now we can read it.
Well, it wouldn't be a podcast without technical difficulties. And my camera is falling. It's slowly sinking. Oh, do you have it? Did you get it? There you go. He nailed it. Nope, sort of. WD-40. He's going to lube it up real good. Melissa, how have you been? We haven't seen you in like 6 months or something like that.
Well, after Copenhagen's latest statements, I just needed a little mental break.
Some me time.
To, comprehend my thoughts.
Copenhagen, I would like you to know, just for everybody's safety, that you really hurt her feelings. And I tried to, look, I spoke up for you. I was like, look, he's just making jokes. He probably doesn't mean to hurt her. But she took it painfully. And she's weak. She's young. She'll get it one day. But just be careful and be nice with your jokes.
No, you don't have to be nice. Just don't talk about my fucking
Say all
neck.
of them. Say so many of her neck.
Neck
jokes.
We were, that Blink-182 song? Every time we recorded without Melissa, we were like, where are you?
I will refrain from neck jokes for approximately 15 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, he's got a...
I was like, we were talking about you earlier, actually, because I was like, I wish I knew what Copenhagen looked like.
And now
yeah, I want to know so bad. What do you mean now we do?
Well, I mean, we assume that he's Deja.
We have a few guesses.
Would you guys be cool with somebody crashing the podcast for a surprise guest?
Who?
Would you be cool with someone?
Is it Quentin?
No, it's someone.
Marcy?
Someone. Stop asking questions. I'm not going to answer yes or no if you guess.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
okay.
cool with it.
Are they already here?
I don't know.
Huh.
Is it Tori?
I wish. God, Tori would be hilarious. Tori would be very upset that Melissa's here.
How do you know I haven't already contacted him?
That's not funny.
Wait, why would they be upset that I'm here?
Tori wouldn't be upset. All he would be like is like, man, why y'all gotta get another poor little white girl in here and mess her up? Because for whatever reason, we always have like a sidekick character following
that
in our
has
group.
traumatic mental issues.
That has well, I wouldn't. That's him say. I didn't say that.
Okay.
But every
I'm the
time,
one with traumatic
every
mental
time
issues.
Tori
we know
comes-
Creighton.
every time Tori comes back into our life, we have someone that we can show him like, look, here's this new person, and it's become kind of a gag.
Yeah.
And like the last couple of times, he was like, "These poor people, you just keep messing them all up." That's a spot on Tory impression, by the way.
We're
Creighton, vouch.
Vouch.
That was a
yeah,
great-
that was a good.
okay,
That was a
thank you.
good
Just making
impression.
sure.
We're a rolling traumatic express.
I'm whatever you want me to look like.
We're a rolling trauma dump for people. We are the trauma that they dump out.
Rather, we give them the trauma to dump out.
We
It's-
are
it's-
the trauma.
We are. We give and
what-
are
The
the
reason
trauma.
What
for
does
the
she
trauma.
There
say
you go.
at the end of House of Cards, the last like really good season? She's like, "We are the terror" or something like that.
Something like that. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know.
We are the terror.
yeah, we are
And
the
Tara's
terror.
gonna look at the camera because now he's self-aware too. But I've been self-aware the whole time.
Do you have a bottle of water?
She also said that in the season finale.
No, but
of
I've got
House of
that
Cards.
Gatorade. It's orange Gatorade.
Listen, man.
My throat's dry as
You can
fuck.
have that.
What's
Thank
the
you.
weather, Charlie?
That's a good question. I'm glad you reminded me. The weather in Bradford County, Pennsylvania.
Bradford.
Bradford. It's the same one as yesterday, but yesterday was Florida.
Oh.
Bradford County, Pennsylvania. 2 days ago.
I was about
Bradford
to say
County,
yesterday.
Pennsylvania. The weather is 55 degrees Fahrenheit. The precipitation is 15%. Humidity is 90%. And the wind is 5 miles per hour. That's the weather in
What's the
Bradford County,
humidity?
Pennsylvania. It is a county in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania as part of the northeastern Pennsylvania. As of the 2020 census, its population was 59,967. Lucky Show, you made it for the beginning of a podcast. What the fuck?
Welcome to the Shirts Off Podcast.
Well, yeah, welcome to the beginning. Well, you can actually potentially be here and watch the podcast tonight. Isn't that
welcome
crazy?
to the beginning of the end of
Yeah.
your life.
Lucky Show has notoriously, over the last, 3 months, only been here for the last, not 5 minutes, the last, minute and a half of every podcast.
But there was a time in our life where the Lucky Show was not only just here on time, but here for every single show. that
Lucky
we
Show
did.
was right apparently
for 6
somewhere. There's a
months.
Wikipedia somewhere, or there's something where he is writing a canon for the
Yeah.
the podcast.
Him and Flint and
Flint used to keep up with what was going on, and every
and
reference
they
we
might
made.
still be quietly from the shadows.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
they keep making these canon lists for the
Yeah.
canon of our history.
I wonder what our what our canon event is that we cannot change.
He's making a Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
I
joke.
bet it's Amanda.
I want to. Are you talking about the new one?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to go see that so bad.
Oh,
We should
you
go
I
haven't
see
seen
heard
it?
it's so.
We
yeah,
should
no,
all
I
go
haven't
Let's
see it.
just
seen
leave
yet.
here. Go see it right now.
Well,
I mean, I don't have to work tomorrow. You don't have to work tomorrow. She doesn't have to work tomorrow.
I got
I do
shit
have to work
do
tomorrow.
Oh, you do have to work.
Tomorrow's
Well, you
a
don't
work-
have to work till late tomorrow.
yeah, it's true. We could go at noon tomorrow.
I won't be.
Just wait 3 hours.
Yeah, just wait 3 hours and then drive 3 hours.
No.
It makes perfect sense.
I love you guys, man. Lucky Show, you have no idea how much we
Lucky
love
Show-
and miss you, man.
No, we love you.
Yeah.
Lucky Show.
No shit. Sometimes I wish that not just for there's a lot of my life that I wish there was my friends could be flies on the wall, and because there's some things that happen to me that I'm just regularly where I'm no one would ever believe how this happens the way it happens as often as it happens.
Shirts off.
Where I work and the stuff that me and this fucking guy talk about when the cameras aren't rolling.
Mhm.
You've heard the shit we say here.
Yeah.
When it's just me and Creighton, I wish there was a fly on the wall for all the conversations just me and Creighton have had. 'Cause, man, no one in this life except my little brother and Creighton can make me laugh the way they make me laugh because of the nonsense that this guy says. It's bananas. It's crazy. But over the last 3 years, the amount of conversation we have about these guys, about Lucky Show and Copenhagen, and people coming and seeing the podcast, and us just there's so many hypotheticals. Wouldn't it be crazy if we go into that Walmart and Copenhagen's standing there? We have had so many conversations that revolve around the fact that we've met all these people who watch us,
and so many theories about these
and
people.
so many theories about these.
Because
people.
you guys have your head canon about us, we have our head canon about you too.
It's what do you think Copenhagen's job is? What what does Lucky Show look like?
We
Copenhagen's
shipped.
just a whole mystery.
We
Yes.
shipped. What was her name? Octopus something.
Living on a boat story. What? I don't know what that means, but I love it.
We
living on a
shipped
boat.
what was her name? Octopus something.
Oh, Octopus Antichrist.
Yeah,
69.
with Copenhagen.
That was some.
for
She was
so
in here
long.
all the time for a minute,
Yeah.
and like it was a very funny addition. The
Yeah.
mystery is half the fub.
Yeah, damn straight.
It says fun after,
Fub.
but I like fub better.
Yeah,
Fub sounds
fuck you
fun.
guys.
But just as big an impact, whether we have had it on you guys or not, you guys have had on us.
Yeah.
At least me and Creighton.
You guys.
Actually, no, us, and we literally talked about Copenhagen at dinner
Yeah.
tonight. Like
Yeah.
7 of us. Me, Creighton,
Because
and Melissa,
Marcy didn't
and
know
our
we
friends.
didn't know her or him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Our friend
Or
Marcy watches the podcast and knows who you are.
Religiously.
I'm
like-
flattered. Yeah, she actually is in here a lot more often than we think.
Yeah, like we didn't know how often she was watching it till like one day she was like talking about. She was like, "Yo, you remember you talked about this on the podcast?"
And we were like,
"What?
What? She was like,
We
yeah,
don't
it was like-
remember what
it
we
was
talked
like
about."
7 podcasts, 2 hours and 11 minutes in, like
Yeah.
7 podcasts
She had the
ago.
timestamp.
Like
she
it was
knew who all
crazy.
there.
Don't assume
she
my
knew what it
gender,
was.
Creighton. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
But,
we all know you identify as a chair.
We-
So, you
A
know,
poverty
we'll
chair.
just leave it at that.
Marcy thought we knew you, Copenhagen. Marcy
Yeah.
assumed that we all.
She assumed
friends or something.
incorrectly that we knew you. And I told her correctly that we don't.
I wish that we all knew.
Do we
Copenhagen.
really?
I want to know Copenhagen so
Do we
bad.
really know the people in our lives though? Like that's the.
What if
Oh
it's
my
someone
God,
that you know?
shut That's
the
no, no,
question,
no. What if it's
Copenhagen.
someone you
We've
know?
had what I just say. All we've done is pontificate. Great word.
Exactly.
Pontificate
I
about who
wa-
Copenhagen is and if we know them already.
I
Our
wanna
leading
use-
theory is if we know who it is, it's our friend Des.
I want to use pontificate this whole podcast. If
Well,
we
you
can
just
work
used
it
it twice, so
to
let's just
every
calm
other
down.
sentence,
Let's calm
like,
down.
you
Let's use
know.
it only when it makes sense. Let's
I
not just
want
use
to
it because it sounds funny.
pontificate my pants.
That doesn't make any sense.
Anyways, you want to know what the Urban Dictionary word of the day
I just
is?
wandered in here one fateful day. It really, you did, and I'm not
He's
kidding.
saying
It
it
might
is.
be that might be one of the canon events
That's
of our
our
life.
canon event.
Copenhagen making it into our life might have been one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me.
Copenhagen's our Captain Stacy if Amanda's our Uncle Ben.
Oh my God. You don't know what that means yet, but whoa, he's right. What's the word of the day, you fucking... What is it?
Hootenanny.
I almost said something real, but is it really hootenanny?
Yeah.
Is it the same as it always has been?
Nope.
Oh. What does it mean?
I was taken aback by what it meant because
Do you know what hootenanny means?
No.
hootenanny.
Oh, this shit here's a hootenanny. It's like if there's
I
you're
know
like, if
what
there's like
that
a
one means.
shindig, if there's
No,
some
no,
crazy
I
shit.
know
Oh,
what that
that's
one
what
means.
that is.
I don't know.
I always
I don't know what
assumed
he's
like
talking about means.
it's like just being fucking crazy and shit like.
I mean, that's basically the same. It's similar. It's like one of those words you can use for a few definitions.
I didn't think the definition was what it was, if that makes sense.
Well, then what is it?
So the definition is a party, most generally one that is well chock full of hoot with just a little bit of nanny.
So
Yeah,
fucking
so you were
stupid.
right.
I
knew
was
that
kind of
one,
right.
but
Yeah,
I thought
was
that,
I? Are those words real?
I thought that he.
They both are
just-
Does
highlighted
anything
with them.
contain both a hoot
Hold on,
and a
wait,
nanny?
wait. Let me read the definition of hoot. In this context. Hold on, I clicked on it.
They love their hoot here in Pittsburgh.
Hoot, somebody who is funny, a barrel of laughs, got a great sense of humor.
That's me. I'm a hoot.
I guess I'm the nanny.
I think. What's a nanny in their
Oh,
terms?
Wait, let me click on it.
I love this so much.
Sometimes it doesn't have to make sense. Sometimes it's just words.
Is that what nanny
No,
is?
I'm waiting
Okay,
on
well
it
then
to-
say it.
I'm waiting on it to load. Give me a second. I'm biding my time. Okay, here we go. We got 2 definitions. Well, first one is a grandparent, sometimes referred to as grandma or gramps. Second is a woman/man who is paid to look after the children of those who have.
So both of the real definitions of nanny. So it's a place with a fun guy and a grandma.
or
That's a hootenanny?
or a nanny that watches kids.
Does she
My
have the
life is
children with
forever
her?
changed. What?
I said, does she have the children with her?
I
That's
That
a
would
good
be bad.
question. That would be bad.
Oh wait. Here we go. Wait. Never mind. It's the same thing as the other one.
I wandered in here one fateful day. I remember watching an old Oriental lady cook
What?
authentic Asian dishes in the jungle. I was hooked. Oh, you mean on the podcast? We were watching Liziki. Oh, I miss Liziki. I hope she gets
yeah.
over that thing with her producer thing that was happening.
Oh wait. Okay, so this is the one. This is another
I'll show you
one.
after. It's amazing.
Nanny refers to a woman's vagina and is short for poo nanny. which is derived from punani with an I.
See, now that
Getting the
sounds
nanny.
more crazy. That
But-
sounds like the
but
right
that means-
reason the hootenanny
That
would be.
means hootenanny means funny vagina.
It does mean funny vagina. Oh, that's so great. All my favorite women are just gonna be called hootenannies now. You're a hootenanny. What? You're a funny vagina. All the women I
So-
like, all the funny women in my life, I just refer to as a funny vagina.
So scratch the first definition you heard. And
Yeah, that's the new best
Yeah.
and only definition. Oh man. That's so
What?
great.
Nanny also can mean
Oh
other
my God.
word for poop. There's
Nah,
so
but
many
let's just
different
look. Let's just axe that one.
Yeah.
But
That
then
one's
it can
not
be
great.
a funny poop.
I can't believe you didn't let us have any of that cake.
What do you mean? I didn't say you couldn't have it.
The
Not
cake
you.
is not for you.
I can't.
Oh, you're talking about no cake for you.
You're such a hootenanny. Why'd you do that fucking voice? What was that voice? You
Yeah.
sounded like you were trying to be on Game of Thrones. Like you were some northern chick.
I didn't mean to. It just came.
That cake was not meant for you. Has it been 15 minutes yet?
Dude,
He's about to
Charlie,
make fun of your
I'm
neck
so-
so hard.
I'm so far into Colorado right now that I don't.
I understand. That's good.
Oh no, where's the mind chat?
What?
Did you take the mind chat out of here?
No, it's
I mean,
Scroll up, dog. Scroll up.
We haven't put anything in it.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been since. Wow, it's been over a.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's been 9 days.
It's been 10 days.
Is that your mom?
That's
Yeah,
his mom.
That's my
Okay.
mom.
Have you
I
ever
thought
met
it
his
was.
mom?
No.
She's wearing obscenely
Wait,
big
no.
shoes.
His mom's been
You-
in Food Line before. Hasn't your mom been in Food Line?
My grandma.
Yeah.
Probably
okay, never
not
mind
since
then.
you've been there.
Then never
You
mind.
would love Creighton's mother.
Well, I bet I
Everybody
would.
would.
Creighton's
I love,
mother is one of the greatest women on this
I
planet.
love whenever he calls her right before the podcast.
I can't call her now 'cause she's in Europe.
You can call her. It'll just be
Why
way
she-
later
Well,
for
no,
her.
no, she.
It's like 4 in the morning there.
Why-
No, it's like 2 in the morning where she's at. I
Why is
think.
she in Europe?
She's doing her European tour.
It's vacation.
Yeah.
They're on
I
vacation.
got
Her,
that.
her and stepdaddy Mike
I
are on
got that.
vacation.
Yeah, they're like the Beatles.
Her and Asian stepdaddy Mike are on
They're
vacation.
like the Beatles, but from America. You know what I mean? Stepdaddy Mike Mania has hit Europe real hard.
Is it
Hashtag
just the-
Asian Mike?
Is it still just the two of them over there?
No, it's them and their friends. Like
Okay.
one of her high school friends, I think.
I love
I
love
put
them
gay
so much.
trucks in here for some reason. I don't know.
Bro,
why.
that was fucking 11 days ago.
I
We're just
know.
going to
I
ignore
know.
that
No,
note.
no, no, look, I don't know why I did it.
Was it a Transformers thing? Gay trucks?
Was it? Were you talking about
Mm.
squatted trucks?
No.
Wait, I think you were talking about
Was
squatted
I?
trucks. We were in the car and you put that in the notes. You were like, I hate those things. And then 2 minutes later, I looked down at the mind chat and I was like,
saw it. I
yeah.
saw it. He was like, I was like, he's definitely talking about squatted trucks.
I don't remember the context.
The
I
first
remember
time-
laughing.
the
Yeah,
first time I heard Creighton's mom speak, it was like I had been standing my whole life and was finally able to sit down. Copenhagen has a deep infatuation with
he
Creighton's
wants
mom.
my mom to read the letters that he writes.
He wants Creighton's mom to read audiobooks for a
She
living so he
should.
can listen to them.
She could.
Yeah, your mom
I-
really. You know which book your mom should read?
What?
The
My Comp.
Were you gonna say the Titanic?
No.
That's what it sounded like you were about
To
to say.
Kill a Mockingbird.
Yo.
The
Actually, though,
the
To Kill a
Communist-
Mockingbird could be great.
The Communist Manifesto.
No, I was originally gonna say Where the Crawdads Sing or whatever that fucking book
Oh,
was.
you've read that?
I have it. I've read
Did you
6
see the
pages
movie?
and I can't finish it.
Did you see the
The
movie?
movie was really
The
good.
movie was good.
I heard the movie was pretty good.
To me, it's like
I heard that the chick is incredible. Like
Yeah,
she's the
she
best
is.
part.
yeah, it was like a really high budget Lifetime movie,
Yeah.
but it was good. That's not a bad thing.
I'd fucking cream if she said Atticus Finch.
She loves Atticus. Atticus
Of
is her
course she does. It's
Atticus is her favorite character. I love Atticus too. I want to name my son Atticus or my daughter. Just be like Atticus, and then call her or him Addy for short, or Cuss for short.
This is my boy Cuss.
It'd be like when Paul Walker said "cuh," too fast, too furious.
That was such a terrible line.
Oh.
It's so funny.
like,
Have you
you-
seen it?
He's like, "You got it, cuh," or what, "cuz."
He's
or
like, you
whatever.
got it, cuh. Paul Walker is like white dude, and he says it so
And
bad.
everybody had
It's
a
like
straight
that-
face.
It's like the Vince McMahon scene where he when he says to John Cena, where he's fuck, what's John
He
Cena
says
say?
the N-word.
He says the N-word, but John Cena says something like parallel to that.
Yeah.
It's like something like you know how it is.
Cracker.
No, well,
Does
no.
it say cracker?
But then, like, I'd only ever seen the first clip where Vince McMahon says, "No problem, my N-word," and he says it,
And everybody's
and like it gets like, what you're like, and then the clip just ends. I saw the extended clip. He walks by, and it's two black wrestlers right there, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And I was like, "Oh my god, I need to see the rest of this." And I almost got like into WWE for a second, but then I
look,
I
look.
fell out of the dream.
Early 2000s WWE is peak WWE. They
That
were
shit was that
they
shit
were
was nuts.
crazy.
Yeah,
They
that
killed-
shit was nuts. I
they-
cannot believe they
They
did that.
blew Vince up in a limousine. And then
Okay.
acted like he was dead. Yeah, it was a wild
Excuse me.
time. I hate I missed it. I got in just as it was coming down.
You poor
It
bastard.
was all downhill from there.
Oh,
my
man.
god. There was something I was gonna say. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm so mad. I was gonna say something and forgot it, so I was letting you speak, and then I was like,
Uh,
"Oh fuck!" Creighton forgot what he was gonna say.
No, it was important. It was relevant to the
Your
the
mom.
the cuh thing. The cuh.
The cuh. Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's crazy. That's what I was gonna talk about.
Everybody, they watched it. They reviewed it. They were like,
The
this
Paul
is-
Walker thing. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, like that
Yeah.
had to go through
Look,
editing.
That went through editing. that went through like people that pre-watched the movie, like test audience and stuff, and everybody was like,
Everyone's
yeah,
like, "Yeah,
this
that's
is fine. This
exactly
is
how
good."
that's supposed to
Yeah.
go."
And like nobody said, maybe this is a little too much.
That was
You
an
need to
executive
dial it back."
producer who did stand-up comedy like 3 times
Yeah.
and failed 2 of them,
Yeah,
and was like, "This is a funny joke.
Yeah.
I know this will get
Yeah.
laughs everywhere." That's exactly what happened. There. There's
Ugh.
some guy on the editing floor who's like, "This is staying in. This is great. This is funny
He's
as
like,
fuck."
he fought for that. Everybody was like, I don't think it's a good idea. And he's like,
He's
I
like,
will
"I'm
die
pretty
on
sure-
this hill. I'll
Pretty
pull,
sure this is a
I'll pull
fantastic
all
idea.
my funding for this franchise if you guys don't put cut in the movie. And then they did. And then Paul Walker died of embarrassment. It wasn't a car wreck.
That's not. What
It probably
happened.
was
He died.
suicide.
He
He
died
saw the
so.
cut
He
thing.
died so horribly.
He saw the cut thing and he was like, I gotta end it.
I want to have twin daughters and name
Name
them.
one Ada. And
No,
one
sorry. I
Chris.
want to have twins, a boy and a girl, rather, and name them both Sam. So like
I think you were telling us
Samantha
about
and
that.
Samuel.
I think you were telling us about that one day.
That's
You'll
when he
never-
said the Atticus thing. I was like, I want to name my kid Sam. I think I've more and more over time. I've more and more stuck. I think that is my now like premium #1 choice. If I have a girl, and a boy and twins at the same time. All those things said.
So you can't get him confused. Well, I mean. you
Well,
would get
no,
him
so that
confused
I
anyway.
definitely
Well,
get them
like,
confused.
think about like this though. When he gets old, which I mean, it'll be like 2 seconds.
Sam.
Well, he's already old, but like when he gets older and like is really starting to lose it because he's already losing it now, but
Right.
like really can't like see and shit. He can say Sam, and one of them will have to respond, and then they'll do like nose goes or flip a coin or rock paper scissors it, and then they'll get up and change his diaper and then sit him back down so we can finish podcast.
It'll be my daughter. I'll love her more. That's just how it's gonna be. If I have sons and daughters, my sons just won't get the love like my daughters will. I will love my daughters. So I want daughters so bad. So much more than sons.
I
Son, if you're hearing this years from now, I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
I'm not sorry, but I'm also probably kidding. You're probably the best thing that's ever
But
happened
he's
to me.
doing
But
it to make
also-
you tougher.
just, I
That
might love
was
your sister more.
Charlie's sending a message to the future. In
to,
case
my,
you
to
guys
my
were
children.
Charlie-
To the children I'll never have.
Charlie's future son, listen to me. Let me be your father.
Oh, Jesus. Let's talk to our kids for a second.
This message is for you. Don't
Okay.
open the box. Okay.
Wait,
Leave it where
did
it's
you
at.
leave my kids a box or did I leave my kids a box?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead, but don't open it. It's for your kids.
Your father is a man of questionable motivations. Yes,
I
thank
want
you,
that
Copenhagen, for
written on
your
my
input.
tombstone.
Husband, son, father with questionable motivations. Okay, Creighton, if you had to say anything to your kids right now, like in the future, kids that you haven't had yet,
Ugh.
what would you say to your son or daughter? And you have to be you have to make a distinction.
If I'm not as funny as I am now, then, or I guess you're now, kids.
Are you talking about my? Are you
No,
talking
I'm
to my
talking
kids
to
or
my
yours?
children directly,
Okay, well look at the camera.
and also your children.
Look in the camera, not towards it. Talk to the camera.
The way that he said.
He's like,
if I'm not as funny as I am now, then, which is your now, I
have to let our special guest in.
I need you to show me these clips and these videos with my friends, because Charlie's probably dead. He's a man of advanced age. And for his kids that I have adopted, I want you guys to know that I love you as equally as I love my own kids. Okay? That is all. Good night. And may God have mercy on your soul.
That's it?
No,
all
that's
you have to
it.
say to
That's
your
it.
future
Oh,
kids?
and if you're Melissa's kids, if she ever has any, yeah, no, your mom's crazy. You need to
What
know,
the fuck?
you need to get her professional help if she hasn't already gotten it,
Okay.
and then
Stop calling me.
and then this is what I need. What else I need you to do? Let me also adopt you, so then I'll have more kids.
Stop.
And
Stop.
then I
That's
can
where.
win.
That's pause. If anything ever happens to me, you will be the last person to be able to adopt my kids. Like, I will make a petition for it and everything. I will put it in my will. That if that
One more thing. I forgot. I forgot. I already technically kind of have kids already that aren't watching this, but like they're young, so they don't need to right now. But Nova and Jade, I love you guys very much, and also Nova, I know that you're amazing and you're smart. But
Copenhagen said, "Are you
Jade,
guys getting robbed?"
but Jade is the funniest. Okay, well, you both are pretty funny. I think though that you both should pursue a career in stand-up, and you guys should definitely do that if you want to. Do what makes you happy.
Do I get to talk to my future kids now?
Yeah. Go talk to your future
So,
kids
dear
now.
my future kids, I don't really know if I'm ever gonna have kids. So
Dear
but if I do,
whoever I'm
if
with
I-
now,
if-
sperm,
hold
that
on,
I'm
hold
not
on, hold
gonna
on.
have kids.
let me finish talking, Creighton.
Okay. sorry.
Anyways, if I do ever have kids, I hope that you guys are happier than me right now.
Damn, that's so kind of sad. Are you okay?
Love you guys.
Kids looking like Littlefoot from Land Before Time.
Okay, that's Salim. He's the secret guest. Salim's here. Sorry it took so long. I forgot to prepare anything.
Hey, Copenhagen just gonna stop typing in the chat now
Hey.
'cause he's sitting right in front of us.
You okay? You smacked? Oh.
Barbecued, as we like to say, from Colorado.
Yeah, he went to Colorado?
I'm
It's been 15 minutes,
Colorado.
right?
You haven't met
Stop.
Melissa, have you?
No, it's not
Oh,
meant for Copenhagen. If you start cracking out jokes about my neck, we're gonna have an issue.
We're having a conversation where we look at the camera and tell our future potential kids like what we want them
wanna
to
tell
know
them.
about,
like a time capsule.
like almost a time capsule conversation of like.
This is, really. Is this on?
yeah, it's
No-
on. Yeah,
yeah,
closer.
you got to talk right up
Yeah.
into it.
Like, you see how I'm like got it in my mouth? Like,
You
gotta
do,
Put it in
you
your
do.
mouth.
Maybe don't put it in your mouth, but
Deep
you know.
throat it,
Not
Aleem.
Hey, come on.
Look me in the eyes while you're putting it in.
That's crazy. Anyways, I feel like that's really deep.
It is,
Like,
but it's
disgustingly
good.
Deep for
It's
a
gonna get deeper.
podcast.
Yeah, no, it's gotten a little. Look, we've been on both sides of the spectrum. It's been mad, ridiculous, funny, and
I can't
also
help what you're saying.
sort of deep. Listen, we're the deepest in our. We're the deepest when we're crazy and funny at the same time. Like when we go one direction, we go to the all the way opposite direction.
Damn straight, you got to put in deep. In
Now
both
I need to
sides.
talk to Creighton's kids for a second.
my
Creighton's
gosh.
future children.
Also, there's
obviously
Jade and Nova. Don't forget them.
what? Okay.
Yeah, they're present as well.
Yeah, they're. I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
they're-
guys, I'll probably kind of be your uncle, but like Creighton's real kids, like the kids that he has biologically.
Wow.
Biologically.
Right, you can't. That's
Yeah,
that's
you
not
can't
how you
say that. That's not
That
how
is
you
not
say it. You
how you
just-
say
Okay,
that.
okay.
You're making them cry right now.
No, I'm not. They will see this for at least a year. Hold on. Jade and Nova. Okay, I'll speak to you
Speak
guys
to
separately.
all of them.
No, I have to do it separately. You
Sep-
already know me.
See, he's doing the whole.
You already
separate
know
but
me,
equal
and you've
thing.
grown
That's-
up.
That's weird.
You've grown up without me in your life, but now I'm in your life all of a sudden. Well, okay, so
They
Jade,
love you.
do they actually?
Yeah, they were asking about you today.
Well, I
They
love
was
them.
like, "Are you gonna go hang out with Charlie today?" It's like,
I love them too. These poor children. I love them too. Jade and Nova specifically. I'm sorry that you've been infected with
I'm
this,
also
with,
sorry.
with this guy, this Creighton guy
I'm
is your
not.
new
I'm
pseudo father. But like, I feel like you'll make the best of it because the good parts are good and the bad parts are not aware of how bad they are. But to
They
now,
don't know I make horrible jokes
yes, they.
and try
You
to
guys
make a
probably
living
laugh at
from
the,
those horrible jokes.
you guys probably laugh at the terrible things he says because you don't understand. One day you'll understand, and one day you'll be very sorry that you laughed so much and encouraged him. Because now, by this time that you're hearing this and this applies to you, he is off the deep end. He has fucking cascaded into the Grand Canyon of ridiculousness and joke, like the type of humor that no one likes, but he thinks you guys do, so he says it all the time.
Actually, I just make these jokes for me. They make me laugh. So
And now to however many children Creighton has of his by his own seed.
probably 4 or 5.
Probably 4 or 5.
That's a lot.
It's
That's
your
like a
Uncle
clan.
Charlie. It's your Uncle Charlie here, because I'm definitely your uncle. I'm sorry. I love you guys. I'm sorry it went down the way it did, and I'm sorry that I'm no longer around. And
That's because you died early.
yes,
It's all right.
I either died early or killed Creighton and am in prison. But I apologize. But I also love you guys very much, and I'm happy to be in your guys'
Can
life.
I say something to
And the
Creighton's
weak
future
shall
children?
inherit.
Sure.
And to your future children.
And to you're gonna say it to
Yes.
both of our future man.
So,
His children and my children are gonna be mad
hold
different.
on. I'm gonna
They're
start
gonna be
off.
like,
Are
damn,
they?
this is so
Are
old.
they?
I'm
yeah.
gonna start off with Creighton.
Well, my children are gonna have you as an uncle in their life.
That's fair.
Can
So I'm-
Melissa also be uncle?
Sure.
Yeah.
Darren.
Uncle Darren.
Uncle Darren. Anyway,
Talk to our children.
so first of all, off to Creighton's children. I am so sorry. I don't know if Creighton's gonna keep me in his life for very long, but if he does, maybe I'll be your Uncle Darren.
or aunt.
Why wouldn't I
Melissa.
keep you in our
I don't
life?
know. Maybe you'll decide
what
to
are
hate
you
me one day
saying?
more than I hate you.
Decide? Like that's not how that works. You don't
I don't
just
know, man. You
decide
do
to
just
hate
be
people.
deciding shit.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man.
Anyways.
Not like that.
I mean, but like when you decide to hate somebody, like there's a click, right?
I guess, but like it's not like I decide to hate somebody. It's more or less like you're like, okay,
Something
this person,
happens, and
this
then
person
you
has a
decide to hate
negative
them.
effect on my life, so I'm just not gonna be around them. You know, it's not like I decide I'm gonna hate you.
That's what she said.
Did you read
Creighton's firstborn. Creighton's firstborn's name is gonna be Ward of the State. Damn.
WOS. WAS.
Okay, can I say something to your kids now?
Sure. I'm sorry.
To Charlie's kids. I'm so sorry that he gave you guys the same name.
Oh no! Don't.
Oh, is
They
Sam,
didn't watch this part of the that part of the
Is
podcast.
Sam, is
They
Sam
don't know that
short
I
for-
planned this.
Yeah,
Charlie.
but
I was gonna clip this for them, not show them the whole episode. There's a
It's
lot of
okay.
language I don't feel like
it's okay. Maybe I'll just know. Like
for the
it's
proper
just
context,
like-
because Aleem has been here since that happened. I
Is-
plan on having a twin boy and girl and naming them both Sam.
What do you mean plan on?
I plan on doing that. You can do that.
You don't get to pick.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
No,
You
you
can now.
don't.
My uncle and my aunt got artificially inseminated. Like he went and donated his sperm, and they can basically. It's not 100%, but it's like they had like a 78% chance of twin boys or one boy.
Is Sam short for same?
No, you
On that
idiot.
note, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
It's short for Samuel and Samantha, or Samanthuel.
What if you make them both same?
Are you having a good time, Creighton?
This is same tone.
Creighton's the only one in the room not barbecued, and he's been laughing harder than anyone else the whole time. He's not been eating the ribs.
What's the next deep topic?
Ooh, okay.
Oh wait, you didn't do your kids.
I'm not doing this shit.
We'll talk to my kids.
Wait, can we talk to your kids?
No.
Definitely not.
No.
No.
Especially now you.
Yeah, for real. You definitely can't talk to his kids.
I'm a good influence.
I'm probably barely gonna be able to talk to them in real life.
You'll be able to talk to them.
Wait, will I be able to talk?
Well,
to
yeah,
them?
most likely.
Oh, okay, cool. We can
I'm-
do like
I'm
cookouts
trying
and stuff
so
together.
fucking hard to not make next jokes. Says Copenhagen.
Wonder
Oh,
if
man.
Melissa's kids will be able to see this. They might. They're like their necks might be too. long.
Okay, that's not fun. It's not even funny. Doesn't make any sense. Make a joke that makes sense,
He said,
please.
he said something about Melissa's kids are gonna be like the kids in the Land Before Time. That's That's
Kids
got
look
that
up.
dinosaur with the long ass neck in it.
Yeah, Littlefoot.
Littlefoot.
Oh man, they literally called their species long necks in the movies.
Tenderfoot.
Tenderfoot.
Nah, but
Tenderfoot,
what is
Littlefoot.
like the next one? You guys were just gonna coast on the kid thing for a while.
I mean, all we ever do is
Uh,
coast.
Yeah, we're just coasting through this
my
until
bad.
we make money.
It's cool. It's cool. What made you want to come
What,
and,
did you think
and
we were
storm the
putting effort in?
podcast? Did you see that we went live?
Yeah.
And you were just like, hell yeah, I'm gonna
Months
come over
ago,
there.
I was smoking. And I was like, oh my bad.
Cigarettes.
Are bad for you. They are, and vapes. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure like my heart's beating like twice fast. But yeah, I was bored, and you kept asking me, and
Me and Aleem have in the background been trying to record a podcast for like 3 weeks and just keep not doing it. We keep like having to cancel last minute or something comes up.
Well, like to be honest with you, the only one that's been like kept on going consistently is Shirts Off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Episode 3 pod. That's
I don't even know. We were talking about. We went and saw Big J Okerson up in Charlotte about a month ago. You okay? What'd he do? Did he do something funny?
it was me.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he just started laughing, and it was infectious. I was laughing because he was laughing.
Can her name be Littlefoot instead of Tenderfoot?
Melissa, do you get that? That might be before your time.
A land before your
Yeah,
time.
I know what that is.
You know who
It's the
Littlefoot is?
dinosaur movie.
Yeah, with the long neck.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
so we
okay.
all know.
We were just making sure.
We-
We
we're
don't
making-
know that you're young.
That was only like when I was. Those movies
Yeah.
came out before we were born.
They came out like the 80s.
Copenhagen, go fuck yourself.
Anyway,
That's all I have
hold
to say
on,
about
hold on a
that.
second.
Yourself.
Me and Aline went up and saw Big J Okerson up in Charlotte like a month ago, and
It was pretty good.
it was, and we were talking about starting our own podcast, just the two of us, called Wavelengths,
Mhm.
because we always find ourselves like when we see each other, it's usually maybe once a month, or for like 3 or 4 days of a month, like in a row, like all at
Mhm.
one time, and then we just won't see each other for a month.
Mhm.
And every time it's like we've been keeping halfway up to date on the same type of things, and we always have very similar opinions on them. And
Yeah, and very like awkward conversation finishes. because,
Yes.
like very different backgrounds, like painfully different backgrounds. And I had no issue with Charlie in high school. I really didn't like know him, but I really hated his brother.
And now you guys are like best friends,
yeah, no,
right?
No, yeah, all of us.
It's crazy.
No.
It's so funny to me
Wait.
how much
why
you
did
hated
you
him.
hate Michael?
Did you know Michael in high school?
Yeah, I knew all three of them in high school.
Then why didn't how
you
is that a
asked
Well,
question?
no.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
great.
mean like
Michael was horrible.
Like, okay,
He
yeah,
was so
but like
angsty and annoying and very preachy about
Yeah.
all of his beliefs.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that Michael.
You want to know
yeah.
why me and Michael are like good friends?
Why?
Because like I proved him wrong.
It's true.
Oh yeah, and he
Pretty
just-
much like after I proved him wrong really bad in front of people, and I told him I was like, I'm not gonna argue something I don't know. I was
Yeah.
like, you're wrong. He's like, nah, look it up. I was like, okay. And then after that, like, it kind of just you know what I
It
mean?
evolved from there.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's like those are always the best friendships when you start out not liking each other at first.
Yeah,
and then-
Quentin. Me and Quentin. Quentin's
Yeah.
my best friend. I fucking hated him for like a whole semester of school.
To be fair, Quentin was like egging it on.
Yeah, Quentin never spoke. Quentin was very quiet in school, and we took U.S. history, and he would, for the whole beginning of class until the bell rang, stand at my desk, like just next to me, like sitting down.
what kind?
No, he's being serious because I
Like this.
remember
He would just stand there.
that
oh hell
close.
no.
He would just stand there and be awkward, and I was like, "Dude, go sit down. Sit at your desk." He was literally right next to me, and he would just stand there, and like just like, like just smile with this dumb shit-eating grin. And I was like, "How? This is so embarrassing for both of us. How? Or why are you doing this?" And I hated it. I hated it. And then I started working on Learn TV with Creighton. We worked for 1 semester together, and then fucking Quentin shows up.
And he
And-
was
and
so mad
he-
because
I
I
was-
told Quentin about Learn TV.
And I was so mad at Creighton. I was like, "Man, why'd you tell that fucking guy? Man, I fucking hate that guy."
And I had no idea he hated them. I
I-
thought they were going to be great friends because I knew both of them already. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, you guys would just instantly like each other because you guys talk about the same
And then
shit.
little did he know, I fucking hated Quentin. And then we're sitting in the editing room, and I'm like, it's probably like 2 weeks into this, like Quentin being around regularly, because he's taking the class, but he's also started just hanging out after work. And I'm just sitting there like, I fucking hate this guy. I fucking hate him. Why is he here? I can't believe he's talking. And then he said something about Breaking Bad. And I was like a newly adjusted cinephile trying to watch all the big shows and movies. And I was like, "You watch Breaking Bad?" And he was like, yes, I love it. And we sat there and talked for like 45 minutes. And by the end of it, I looked at Creighton and I was like, I guess he's not so bad. And then slowly
I've
but
been
surely
doing
over
this
the
for years.
and then over the course of that summer, Quentin became my best
I
best
think
friend.
if it wasn't for me, Charlie would not have any friends because like I just
I really
introduced
just
him to
don't think
people
that that's true.
that I don't like. I mean, yeah, that's there from Michael though. He didn't go out of his way to just be like, "Hey, like I'm Charlie, let me be your friend." Liam."
Yeah, no, yeah.
But my point is like you guys don't know, you weren't there. But Charlie was such an angry person back then. Like
Yeah.
I remember
I
when
had a lot of
Quentin
anger in my
started
heart.
working, he was mad at me for probably like 2 or 3 weeks after Quentin started working there. And Quentin just came and hung out for a good 3 or 4 months before that. So this is months and then weeks on top of that of Charlie being angry. Like, and it was so ridiculously funny to me and Tori
Creighton
and
is
the
gro-
other people
Creighton
that we
is
worked with.
grossly overestimating his ability to be likable. Says Copenhagen.
Well, that might be true, but also like there were days
Gary,
he
I
would
love
get
you.
mad and leave work because of something either I had done or Tori had done, or
Well,
like
they would
Richie
steal
or
my
Juan.
shit. They would steal my shoes and hide them. Cause I would walk around I would walk around in my socks because I didn't like wearing shoes.
Why are
And
you
so-
walking around in your socks?
Cause I liked it, man. They had carpet. It was carpet floors. It was comfortable. I have big feet. My feet were changing. They were getting bigger. They hurt. I didn't like shoes. Okay, I still don't. I don't wear them unless I have to.
He would get mad and then get on his moped. and
I would
leave.
literally drive. I left my shoes there a few times.
Stop.
I
I
literally.
can't help it.
I didn't get a car till a month ago.
No,
so
no,
I
no.
can't
I'm
lie.
not making fun of him because
I
of the
am.
moped
No,
thing.
that's- no, the moped
But
thing.
like,
I would literally get on my
The
moped
moped
with
thing
no
is funny.
shoes on and go home.
yeah, I'm just
they
trying
were
to set
making
the
me
scene
mad.
for you
No.
because that
And
was
then
it.
Creighton would like bring my shoes. He'd be like,
And
"We're
then-
sorry."
then
I was like,
look,
"Fuck you."
look, we would text and be like, "Are you okay?"
They did. It was very. I did not like it.
He was so bad, and then I thought like he, I thought he was gonna come and like this is a horrible joke. I thought he was gonna come and just shoot up the building.
Whoa!
Guess he would get so mad. And it
Charlie
was
is Ye before Ye stopped wearing shoes.
and this is like a time in
How
his
dare
life
you.
where he had like the buzz cut and the big leather jacket, and I was like, no, but we might be playing with fire, but like it's still funny.
That was my aesthetic back then. I didn't realize how terrible it looked until
And he walked-
much later.
He walked with a limp, and it was a whole.
I
thing.
did. I did walk with a fake limp. I walked with a fake limp in high
And
school.
You're like, is he really like limping, or is that like a gun, or like what's going on?
Driving a moped has to be like punching in your dream. Mad. Driving a moped mad has to be like punching in your dreams. You just wanna, just wanna go all out, but you can't.
I think
That's
I've killed a
true.
Liam. I killed a Liam.
I'll leave. It's okay.
Nah.
Which thing are you laughing at right
It's
now?
probably a school shooter.
Probably, yeah. Is it
He's
just the whole
like-
thing? Is it like the whole thing?
He's like, I know I shouldn't be laughing at this,
Nah,
but
it's the man.
Talking to the mic, dude.
Anyways, I did not know how bad I looked or sounded until I could view myself like from now. You know what I mean?
what do
Yes,
you
I
mean?
know
Oh, you
exactly
talking
what
about
you mean.
looking back at high school?
Or just existing in general. Probably up until like 6 months ago. Cause like with him, like I ain't never do no shit like walk with a limp. I promise you. I ain't never fake a limp.
I still fake it sometimes.
You want to know a very weird thing that I've done though? Like this is probably my weirdest like social habit. I stopped doing it a long time ago because I thought it was ridiculous. But whenever I would walk past like a girl I thought was attractive, I would try to make sure I was chewing gum. I don't know.
Why?
Even if it wasn't there, would you like fake chewing gum?
No, that's fucking weird.
Okay, well
Well,
that's.
you
what-
just had like a gum reserve.
Well, did you
were
just
like,
always
oh,
have
girl.
gum on you? Though is what I mean. Like, how
No,
did you
no,
how did you make this happen? How did you just like make gum
Was it
appear?
chips and you pretend the chips were gum and you just chewed on them until they were really soggy and like
No.
Shut up, Grace.
It's-
Dumb. Stop laughing like
I'm
that.
just imagining he's got like this really loud rapper and the girl's walking by. He's like struggling.
He's like, shit, a pretty girl. Fucking grabs gum out of his shirt pocket, starts unwrapping, like fucking aggressively unwrapping
She's
this
like, what
chewing
is this
gum.
guy getting out?
And he just like throws it in his face, like, sup. Just
He's
chewing
like got sweat dripping down the side of his face.
from having to like overexert to get this gum out of his pocket. He just always has a fucking big pack of Big League
No.
Chew in his mouth.
Now imagine that, but with chips, like one of those loud ass bags of Doritos. Like he's sitting there trying to.
Plot twist, it was the bubble tape bubble gum. He sits there and has to fucking unravel that spool.
It's Hubba Bubba. And then she's
Oh,
like, "Damn,
man.
you're smacking really hard," and you're like,
Why
I
do you
got this
think-
big ass piece of gum in my
Why do you
mouth."
think you did that?
So like I wasn't like super confident until like 6 months ago, and I felt like just walking past like a girl wasn't enough. Like I felt like I needed to be doing something.
Yes, I
Right.
actually know exactly what
but
you
I
mean.
didn't want to be doing too much.
You're like, "What do I do with my hands?"
yeah, well, no, I never had thought I had to think about that because I was chewing gum.
Oh
That
yeah,
reminds
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Charlie,
What?
where do I put my feet?
Oh my god! Shut the fuck. How dare you with your fucking 20 podcasts ago references?
I was always like that guy
Actually,
who was
that
like,
wasn't even
"What do
on a
I do with my
podcast.
hands?" You know, I didn't think about the gum thing. The gum thing
That
probably
was
would
at
distract me from it.
Japan.
But I was always like, "What do I do with my hands?"
Okay.
Besides just putting
We
them in your
definitely
pocket.
settled on the podcast.
Because if you put them in
No,
your
we didn't.
pocket, it looks like,
Creighton
you
says it on
know,
the podcast.
like you're trying too hard to look cool, you know? So I'm like, do I do like the half pocket? Do I have like one hand out flipping a coin? Or is that too much? Am I combing my hair? You know? Like, what do I do? And I still don't know. I'll see April sometimes. I'm like, fuck, what do I do with my hands? And we're like in a whole ass relationship.
Yeah, like at a house and everything.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
crazy.
wake up and be like, fuck, my hands.
Flipping a coin is a bold strategy. You know what? Gary's got a good point. I agree.
But then she's like curious. She's like, where did he get that coin? What's
It's-
he
oh my
flipping for?
Yeah, but the minute you
I'm
drop
not
it, you
saying
look
it.
like a jackass.
That's true. That's
I
true.
can tell her.
If you flip a coin to look cool and you drop the
But
coin,
look,
you have failed the flipping
I
of
have
the
a
coin.
great
If you pick it
recovery
up,
for
that's
that.
worse.
I have a great recovery for that.
You
okay?
look at her
I
and say, "Can you
drop
pick
it.
that up?"
No. I drop it right. It rolls in front of her. I'm like, whoa, hold on. And I grab my coin. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm practicing for the Guinness Book World Records of most coin flips. In like
That's
a
your.
5
Hold on. Let me
minutes.
understand what you just said. You're saying that your thing is, I'll flip a coin to look cool, and if it goes wrong, if the thing that goes wrong is I drop it, the thing I'll say to recover is that I've been practicing for the Guinness World Record for most coin flips, and I'm just doing it
In
here
5 minutes.
on
in
the
5
street
minutes.
or wherever
Yeah.
I'm at.
You got to practice anywhere, anytime. And then she's curious because she's like,
You gotta. You guys know you gotta, right? You gotta practice
She-
anywhere.
she's curious because
Anytime.
she's like, oh my God, like, you know, this guy might be a champion.
He might,
I
he
don't
might be a
wanna-
Guinness World
I don't
want
to sleep on this, you know? And then she's asking
need to
more
act now.
questions. She's like, do you have any other world records? They're kind of obscure. And then
And
I
you're like,
say,
well, it's not documented, but there's,
I say
I've
I
got this
can-
one record.
I say I can drink the Capri Sun the fastest, you know, or
Can I-
something.
Why you say
Okay,
fastest
can I
like
say
that?
can I say something from like a woman's point of view?
Yeah.
If you
Please.
said that shit to me, I would look at you and walk away. I'd be like, no, goodbye.
Yeah, but see, like, you're also 12. You don't know. Back in the day, that was hot shit.
No, I don't think it was.
You're telling me. Listen to me. You're telling me if the world record holder for most razor scooter backflips walked up to you and did his backflips and told you he was the world record holder, you'd be like, nah, son, and just dip. Nah, you're tripping.
Yeah,
Because that's way cooler than what Creighton said. It's
Yeah.
still
It's
weird,
still weird.
but it's way cooler
Like,
than
why
his.
are you
Or-
working so hard for that?
Or
You're
I
just not
have-
good at
Just-
something enough
just
to
to
be the
get it-
I
best.
whip
Just
out
to
a
get 'em up.
yo-yo.
I
And then pick up-
I had a yo-yo in school,
then
and I looked ridiculous.
That is so much worse.
And then I pick
just
up
want
the
you to know
coin
that.
with the yo-yo. You know what I mean? Like, I just, and it grabs it, and then.
That's okay. That's arguably.
Then all of a sudden, she's like, she's really interested, you know? She's like, a yo-yo and a coin?
And he
Oh.
grabbed the coin with the yo-yo? How does that
Yeah.
even happen? What? How did it stick?
Well, yeah, and then her panties just drop.
Okay, well, there it is.
She's like-
She wouldn't help you pick up the coin if that's what you're wondering.
I'm not asking her to pick it up. Why would I tell her to pick it up? I dropped it.
I just feel like that's something that you would do.
Yeah.
No.
You would definitely.
It would
if you-
definitely, you definitely would
That's like-
establish dominance.
That's the old school thing, right? Okay, you drop like a pin, and then you have the
Why
girl
are you
pick it up.
selling the story
No,
to me?
Why are you selling this thing that hasn't happened? Has this happened to you?
no. Maybe. I don't
Creighton's
know.
just
I don't
making
wanna
up
talk.
hypotheticals in
Look,
his head.
look, that's the old school thing where you drop the pin and the girl bends over and pick it up and you check out her ass, right? Then we're better than that. We've grown as a society. Now it's all about.
I just could
quarters and
never
yo-yos.
see myself flipping a coin in front of a girl who I thought looked good. That's sexual harassment.
Right.
We've grown as a society.
No, you have to establish dominance. You have
And
to flip the
now
coin, make
Melissa-
eye contact with her, drop it, and say, pick
And
it
now,
up.
now Melissa's
Pick up the
now
coin.
Melissa's generation's thing is doing TikTok dances in front of women.
No,
to
no,
get
no,
them to dance
no,
with
no,
you.
no. You know what my thing always was? Like, whenever I was still in school and I
Yeah.
thought someone was attractive, I would walk past them, but I would pretend like they weren't there. Like, I would, like, see them.
See,
and, then I
and
would
that's
just
the
look,
shit. That's the shit.
That's supposed to do.
That's the
Absolutely
shit.
That's
That's
brutal. How the fuck are we supposed to deal with
That's
that?
the shit. That's the shit
That's
guys
what
are
we all-
talking about. when
we
they're
hate
like, I
that.
don't know the signs.
What do we do?
How are we
There are no
supposed to know?
fucking signs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she doesn't like me. Oh, I did like you. I just thought
That's why I
ignoring you would
almost-
make you like me more.
That's why I almost just I almost wrote on like one of the fives I tipped our waitress with, like, thanks for being nice and putting the cookies down slow as like an end line because she was so nice.
Out of
and
context, that
quirky.
sounds horrifying. She
Yeah,
put
what
the
the
cookies down slow.
Okay, so our
You're scared
waitress.
of paper products.
No,
first of all.
our waitress scared me like 4 times by accident by like pushing her hand and whatever she was holding really fast past my head, and I was like, "Oh shit," because she got real close to me like 3 times and did that.
'Cause
And
she
the-
wants you to smell her.
and then finally, when she brought my cookies, she like very carefully from a
Whoa,
wide
be
angle,
careful, dude! Don't knock them out.
from a wide angle around me, like set the cookies down slow and careful, and like everyone but me noticed because it was happening behind me, and they were like, "She just tried so hard to not scare you,"
Yeah.
and I thought it was very friendly. And then the
She-
host lady said she liked my hat. I felt very flirted with. I'm gonna keep it real. The whole
Dude,
the whole
every
night, I
time-
felt very good.
Every time we go to Hickory Tavern, everybody flirts with Charlie, and every time I'm like, dude, you should just, drop your number,
Okay.
like write it on a receipt, and
I
just
don't
drop
like
it on
this.
the floor.
Stop talking
And
about
then
this.
and see what happens, and he won't do it, and that's fine. That's fine. He doesn't want it, but like it's
over
still
there.
just crazy to watch because these aren't like just normal women on the street. These are some beautiful women just coming up and
They are
flirting with Charlie.
So next time
and
we
he's
go,
like,
They've
he's
been
like, he's
mostly-
doing what Melissa's doing. He's like, if I ignore them, they'll like me more.
But I'm not. I'm not doing that. I'm just not. I don't.
But to his credit, it's working because they know they're girls.
It's nice.
They do
It feels good, but it's not what I want. Dapper boy. Okay, relax, Rachel. Calm down.
okay, so next time I go to Hickory Tavern with you guys, I'm gonna pull out my phone, find your number, write it down on the receipt, and then
This we just have to make the moves for him.
How dare you?
And then everything will be okay. This totally won't backfire horribly.
I'm scared. I don't like this.
And then Quentin started talking to the invisible audience. It was a whole thing.
I don't think I was there for that part.
No, I don't think.
No,
I
you
were.
had just got up, and he was like, he said he looked right at where you were sitting.
Charlie
and
only
said
deserves the best.
something
Thank you, Rachel.
that was really silly, and I was like, "Who are you talking to?" And he was like, "The audience." And I was like, "Quentin, stop."
Oh, man, I'm
anyways,
dying.
so wait. Okay,
Stop,
while we're
let's
all
stop. Let's talk about something else,
no,
please.
No. I just Melissa, what's like the best and worst ways that guys have flirted with you since you're like 12? Okay, and like so you can tell us what people
Melissa
are
is
doing now.
19 for the proper context of
Yeah.
what's about to happen.
Like what's been the
Oh, I
least
have a
successful?
perfect example.
Okay.
Okay, so like
One that
in-
works and one that doesn't.
Creighton,
Okay,
I need you to look
so
at the
this
chat
is-
and listen to Copenhagen. Thank you.
So this is a really bad one, right? So I was at Primus one day. This was like in February, and this dude that I kind of know him, I kind of don't. Like I know his name, but I've just never had a conversation with him before because I don't care. But he walked up to me and he was drunk as fuck, and he looks at me and goes, "I'm around 300 heifers all day. I can make it 301." And
Damn.
I looked at him and I was like, "If you're trying to get a girl, not the way to do it, buddy." And then
Comparing
just
her
walked
to
out of the
heifers.
store.
That's a great line, though. It's a great line. It should have been a letter, Kenny.
It's a horrible.
It's a
line,
bad.
but
It's not gonna work, but it's a
but
fun
it's
line.
funny.
It's very fun, very well written, not well executed. Probably not a good idea, but very funny line.
I don't
Good
like
line.
have a good example of one, but I can tell you that whenever me and Logan first started talking, the first thing that he literally just lit up on my Snapchat story and was like, it was of me hitting my vape, and he was like, that's bad for you. And then after that, it was just like, okay.
He did that thing. He was
Wait,
like, you knew that
he
bad for you,
fucking
right?
bugged you, and now you're. This is. I will never understand the signals.
You'll never understand women, Charlie. I don't either.
I'll no. We'll never.
I'm just winging it.
He still says he'll like look at me
and
sometimes
be
and
like,
be like,
stop doing
"That's
that.
really bad for you," and then I'll look at him
And
and
she's
I'll
like,
just
"Oh, my
slowly
jeans!
hit
I
it.
just cleaned." She's like, I love it when you tell me not to do things.
I love it when you discipline my bad actions.
Oh, I think that is a kink. So,
Oh man, that's funny.
well, we figured Melissa out pretty quickly.
Copenhagen? Fuck you.
Just in the neck of
Just
time.
in the neck of time.
If you don't, okay, I'm
Copenhagen makes fun of Melissa's long
So
neck.
when the next time that Copenhagen makes a joke about my neck, I'm just gonna get up and leave. All right.
Okay. This was a fun podcast because he's gonna do it immediately, just to see if you do it or not. Oh man. Okay, let's all just breathe for a
Take
second.
breather, you know. Get ready to flip our coins.
What? What's that look? That look scared me. I don't like it.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
No, not you, Melissa. Look, she just lost it.
Are we all gonna flip our coins? Maybe next time. Spelled N-E-C-K-S-T next.
That's not even how you spell it. You're just spelling stuff wrong.
It's a neck. You're not supposed to spell it right.
Well, if Copenhagen listened to music, he'd make a neck deep joke.
Copenhagen? Fuck you. I hope that both sides of you.
I don't listen to enough neck deep to make
What do
that
you
joke.
hope? What do you
I
hope?
hope that both sides of your pillow are warm when you go to sleep tonight,
Ooh.
and you wake up in a cold sweat.
That's rough.
Damn, that is rough.
I had a cold sweat.
Are you
today
out?
at
Are you
Home
for real
Depot.
out? You do have to go, right? Yeah.
Oh, she has to go?
Yeah, she had to go to the. Well, now here's what we can do. We can we'll move your camera back to you, and Aleem can switch seats and have his own camera.
Back to you, Aleem.
Well, then me and Aleem will talk. You need to go let her out.
Oh, do I? She can get out, right? She back so, right? Hold on. Let me look.
And now Aleem, are you in the way or is he parking in the road? Yes. Tenderfoot can't drink milk because it expires by the time it gets to her stomach. Damn. He said it. I was just reading it. Okay. How's it going? Dude, come on, what are you doing over there? Sit over here. You got your own camera and everything. Come on, we got to talk and be a podcast while Creighton's gone. How's it going, dude? So we hold on, I'll wait till you have the headphones and the mic and the proper spots and all the good things and the stuff and the places. So wavelengths. We got to start this shit, huh? I'm excited about potentially doing wavelengths.
I do think that it is important to start this podcast.
Okay, episode first half starts right now of wavelengths inside of episode 78 of season 2 of the Shirts Off podcast.
I still think it is astounding that you guys have an audience. Because it's really good. I'm like supposed to be a part of it, and I was really busy laughing. And just laughing.
It's
and
okay,
laughing.
dude. That's like my favorite part of when making you laugh is harder than making so many of my friends laugh. Like you'll be like, but like making you like freak out laugh, like where you can't control it, is the best because it's never happens.
Oh man, what you been up to lately? How do you feel about things?
I went to the beach for a week and I was from Tuesday to Sunday, and I got barbecued pretty hard a couple times. And went and saw a bunch of beautiful people. I'm very upset at how many beautiful people are at the beach and how it's not that far away, and then how when we come back here, there's like no beautiful people.
Yeah.
It's bothersome.
Yeah.
Like there's some,
Yeah.
but there's so many there. It's like every big population just has so many more people that are beautiful,
Yeah.
and it makes me sad.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That,
Man, woman drivers, am I right?
What happened?
She just couldn't back out, and I literally got in and turned the wheel a little bit, and was
like-
able to get out without me even having to move my truck. And I was like, she's like, I can't do it.
What about us? I like how you say us as in you know that you're a bad, like that you're a woman driver. That's his joke, is that you're bad at driving. I don't think that. I'm a good person.
I don't
Creighton
really.
thinks women are
I
bad
don't
drivers.
think that either.
I don't know,
just had to
man. It
make the
sounded like
joke.
you said it.
I
and
was
when-
thinking it the whole time I was backing up her car.
If you say it, it's true, and you said it, so I feel like it's true.
I
I,
don't
feel
think
like that's what you think.
how that works.
I think that's how it works.
Did you guys hear about the UFO whistleblower?
What? What's that?
You explain. I heard about it, but I don't know
I
much.
don't know too much about it either. I heard about somebody who heard about it, but allegedly somebody is saying that UFOs in the matter. That's another one of those. It's real things, but there's like good confirmation coming behind it.
So what I've heard is that it's like a very reliable whistleblower.
Yeah.
Somebody and who has like some proof, and they're saying that it's not just UFOs. Like the quote of unidentified flying objects, that could be something that Russia's been working on, China. It could be something that any country's worked on that just happens to fly and we see it. That's technically a UFO. They're saying shit from not planet Earth is definitely here, and that there's super duper evident proof that like, hey, there are super duper definitely aliens.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we've been hearing that for years. I mean, even when we just started this podcast, the government was basically, like aliens exist.
Well, yes, they were.
And nobody even like batted an eye.
No, people did. Just not the masses, but like it's starting to really get into the public awareness right now of like, hey, it's not just like they probably exist. It's like they're definitely here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what it's starting to seem like.
What do you think we're gonna have anybody come out and be like, hey, like, we're an alien?
I think Zendaya's an alien. No, but could you imagine, like, for real, for a second, whether it's a famous person already or not, could you imagine like the president has a press conference and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, Zeepzorb. And fucking Zeepzorb comes out and starts talking to us. And, like, it's an alien, speaks English, fucking can straight up have a conversation. They've been here for ages just studying. And, like, they're like, listen, guys. Y'all are about to catch all this shit on fire. We've been here for a while to make sure this doesn't happen. Every once in a while it happens. We're going to take care of you real quick, make sure everything's good.
One of my favorite things is going to be that I think anything that, like, happens if that information continues to be divulged is going to be very closer. No. Oh, okay. It's going to be a lot more I want to know like what religion would say in the face of that, you know what I mean? Cuz like one thing that I can definitely say as a background and like my belief system being so loose is also that like it's safer that way for me. You know what I mean? There's nothing to actually ground onto. You just kind of, I'm pretty like. So the idea of aliens and like they're talking about interdimensional beings as well, things of that nature. And like if all that's real and stuff, then like I kind of wonder like the way that people hold on to God and stuff like that, like and how hard they hold on to that. Are they gonna like attach him to that? Did he do that?
Or are they gonna detach themselves from what they think?
Yeah, which I don't think that one's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I honestly feel like it's insane that it's not being spoken about more.
There was a movie, I haven't watched it. I saw the trailer, but the concept was that a scientist like definitively proved that there's an afterlife, and like millions of people killed themselves like right away, like in the first like 2 or 3 days of this knowledge being public.
Jesus Christ.
And and like there's like it's about the people dealing with like the repercussions of this information. Is it still like is them killing themselves, like religion gets tackled, like are they, where are they going? Is the afterlife have anything to do with some kind of deity? Is it simply a place you go once you're done with your physical body? Blah, 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 blah. That's like in the trailer, that's what it encompasses, like all the questions that will be asked. I did not watch it. I don't know if it was any good or not. It had a pretty decent cast, I think. I remember, like, not anything like a stacked cast, but there was a couple big, good names in it. I like the color of the hat. Charlie Boy of the Shirts Off podcast. Hello, 8 Kron, my Lord and Savior. Hello, Hartley McCook. This is Aleem, not Hartley McCook. Hartley McCook is not here. Actually, I might.
Do you have Liam
I might have his. I can go ahead and put it up potentially. You guys now talk about that.
No, but so back to what he was saying, like my perspective has always been like, because I've always kind of like believed in aliens and stuff. My mom and I would very much like watch like that stuff, like Unsolved Mysteries and Ancient Aliens and all that kind of stuff. So I've always kind of believed in that stuff, even if like the stuff that you're watching and all the conspiracies and stuff aren't exactly accurate. And I've always, with my belief system, I mean, you guys know I'm a Christian. I've always seen it as like, sure, like, God created Earth, God created us, but I feel like God's way of creating life is so much bigger than what we understand that there's no reason why he couldn't have made aliens, you know what I mean, or why he couldn't have made life on another universe or another planet in another way different from ours, You know, so I've always kind of like chalked it up like
So
everything.
Akron is spitting right now. Says
But
control.
okay, but so if he was making something,
Make sure you
so-
speak super duper in the front.
Mhm.
If
They're,
he
they're
was
just
ma-
they're saying they can't hear you.
Okay,
so,
my
yeah,
bad.
you
If he was making something so, it's the sound quality.
I'm
Yeah.
If
sorry.
he was making something so different than you elsewhere, then why would you have to abide by this book that's clearly tied to? Like,
I don't believe in the book.
Okay.
Is that
Because
better?
I don't know if we
Oh.
talked.
Is that better? I think I
Yeah,
cut
yeah,
yours
yeah.
down.
I know
Okay, that's good.
me and Charlie have talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if me and you have, but
Oh.
I don't believe in the book.
Mhm.
At least not word for word. I believe in some of the ideas, like about using love to handle hate
Mhm.
instead of just meaning hate with hate. But I don't subscribe to everything in the book and with the rules of the book, because I feel like the word of God, and even in the Bible it says everything that God does is like perfect, right?
Mhm.
So if mankind is imperfect and that's the filter that this book is coming through, then naturally that's not going to be the case. It's going to dirty that water, so to speak. So
Mhm.
I feel like there are aspects of the Bible that are true, but there's a lot that isn't, you know? Like, I don't believe, like, there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that talks about slavery. It talks about, like the, like, rules necessarily, like sin
Mhm.
and everything like that. I think that sin is very, and, just using this as an example, I think sin can not just necessarily be like lusting after someone or gluttony, but it's more about like the demons within yourself and how you deal with those
and
how
what
those
your
affect-
intentions are.
Yeah, how
probably.
those affect your everyday actions.
Mhm.
Not necessarily like, okay, like this person's gay, so they're actively sinning, or this person is cheating on their wife, so they're actively sinning, because if you're looking at it like that, you're not every sin is supposed to be equal according to the Bible,
Mhm.
but I don't necessarily subscribe to
It's
that
like
either.
taking bread and murder
Yeah, exactly.
would be the same in that.
But
in that
But
guise.
I think it's the same in that you still have to answer those like trials and tribulations with love, different kinds of love, like forgiveness or, being able to process like whatever negative action is being done to you or that you're doing with the way of either forgiving yourself or forgiving the person that's doing that action upon you, and that's how you overcome and redeem the sin.
I think that whether it's the Bible, the Torah, pick a religious text. I think that let's say that let's for a second pull back, look at the whole
Mhm.
thing as not there's deities, but look at what all of these books are saying, all of these writings, all of these texts from all over the world and different religions and different customs. Most of the time, it's like a set of rules.
Mhm.
It's a way to live your life and basically get along with everybody and everything not go to shit. Or at
Mhm.
least if you abide by what it says, you would hope that it doesn't. And that's why shit has gone to shit, is because there's different books with different rules, and some rules are different and some rules
It's-
like counteract other rules. And
It's meant to be the foundations that people build their morals off of.
exactly.
But if you, like I was saying
But
earlier,
some people
if
let
it's
it-
coming through that imperfect filter,
yeah.
it's not going to be great morals.
And it's going to become demonized, and you're going to have people that
exactly, and people are going to use it as an
misquote
excuse
it.
to hate each other, And it's crazy because you look around, you see all this stuff that's going on. But for me, like the point that I was getting to earlier, for me, God and like religion isn't necessarily in a book, and it's not in a church. It's like everywhere. It's inside you. It's around you. It's in the conversations you have, like we're having right now.
for me, like, why do you think the thing, and not you just attacking me or
like the
anything.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would it make you and then be that goddamn concerned with what you're doing in an orderly fashion to get back to it?
I don't think that it is.
I don't think it is. I think it's
Okay.
the people giving that.
Yeah, I think it's the people that put that precedent on others.
Yeah. I'm sure there are people out there that read the Bible and they're like, this part's a little silly.
Yeah.
But over here, like, you should be really nice to your neighbor.
Yeah.
You should be really cool to your family.
I think that like whatever God is bigger than what we can understand. And
the
it's
catalepsy.
yeah, I think that it's he or she or whatever it is something that like it's not concerned necessarily like are you following these rules, but like are you respecting the life and the nature around you, Because to me, like as sentient life, we need to respect other life. You know.
Yeah. But like, what does that have to do with God? And then why make it have to do anything with God in the first place?
Well, I think in my case, I'm using God to kind of like put a name to it and to put like what I feel into practice. You know, because
Also based on what has been taught, like what the
yeah, it's kind of building off
the
what
main line is. It's like it's easier to say God, like and everyone be like somewhat understanding of where you're coming from.
yeah.
No, I'm challenging.
Yeah.
I'm not challenging the verbiage. I'm challenging the entity
Yeah.
itself in that scenario. I don't know.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm more on the I don't know how to defend it because I'm more on your side of it. I don't really.
Yeah.
And I get
find
that,
myself
like
very
people,
religious.
because like there's people that have that perspective. Me and April were talking about this the other day. They're like, "Oh, like I'm so blessed that this happened to me or whatever," and people like were kind of upset they're using the verbiage of blessed or using that because it's elevating yourself. Okay, like why am I being blessed because I'm having a good day when there's children starving in Africa, or there's a war going on in the Ukraine where people are actively dying every day. Why is it that you're blessed just because your coffee got made right? That's what I'm saying though. Like people
Yeah.
post stuff like that.
They do post some pretty crazy shit.
For me, I feel like that it's like being blessed, quote unquote, is something that like something crazy happens that actively changes your life's direction. That's improving it or elevating it in some kind of way.
I'm pretty sure Idris Elba is God.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he might.
Well,
be.
why?
I just think it's.
Is it
Idris
because he
Elba.
played a Robo Man in Hobbs and Shaw?
I think it's because he's been I think he's been hiding well, but I think the jig is up. I think I figured it out. I'm pretty sure it's Idris Elba, and if I'm right, Idris, strike me down.
Well, that makes The Office even funnier.
I was watching a movie with this girl the other night, and it was Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're watching it, and at one point or another, she's like, "Oh, is this the one with where he's like in heaven talking to Denzel Washington or something like that?" And
It's like, you mean Morgan Freeman?
yeah, and I'm like,
How do you get this wrong?
yeah, dude, awful. That's my anecdote.
Denzel Washington played God in the movie?
That's a great movie.
No,
No, it
Morgan-
was Morgan
Mo-
Freeman.
Morgan
She just got it
Freeman
wrong.
did.
Yeah. Oh, she just got it wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
I was about to say, because I'd be interested to see that.
Bruce Almighty has a lot
Yeah, me
better.
too, actually, now that you mention it,
There's Bruce Almighty, and then there's the other
Evan-
one. Which
Evan
is
Almighty.
Evan Almighty.
which is like no.
I like Evan Almighty, too.
So Evan Almighty is not nearly as good as Bruce Almighty. Bruce
No.
Almighty is very good. It's incredible, but Evan Almighty does have an incredible scene in it.
The random act of kindness, and then the scene where he's talking to the wife at the restaurant.
The wife at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yes, Morgan Freeman is. The chick who plays Lorelai from Gilmore Girls is playing Steve Carell's wife,
Okay.
and he's becoming Noah
Yeah.
in Evan Almighty, and like it's deep into his like telling everyone get on the fucking boat. Like he's already got the beard and the fucking robe, and it's crazy, and he's being weird and different, and she's not cool with it. She's like,
not
this is.
vibing with it.
She's like, I don't get it. Why are you Noah? This is nuts, and like reasonable as you should be in that scenario. Shit's crazy, but she goes to dinner. And she's sitting there, and she's like watching the TV, and fucking there he is on the TV, like preaching to come get on the boat, and she's like having this terrible time. And at the beginning of the movie, she like prays, like the camera shows her, and she's like praying, asking for her family to be like close together, and for her family to find each other, and like because like they were having a tough time as a family, not just
Yeah.
her and her husband, or her husband, or their kids.
Her
They're
family's
having-
very distant from each other.
They were distant from each other, and so Morgan Freeman is her waiter. And puts the chips down. He says, "Hey, are you okay?"
Yeah.
And she says all this stuff, and she says, "If you believe in, because she believes in God, if I'm supposed to believe in God, how would I be okay with him doing something like this to my family and to people?" And then Morgan Freeman says, I don't think that's how you're supposed to interpret it. Like that story with Noah. God doesn't just make everything good for everybody. He gives the availability,
the opportunity.
the opportunity for good to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like if your family's distant, and like he's talking to her in the words of her
Mhm.
prayer,
Mm-hmm.
and she like can tell, and she's like confused, and he like basically just gives her all these answers of like if the potential is there, you have to work on it, and blah 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 blah. And it's one of those moments where like I'm looking at it from the movie people who's like, none of these fuckers believe in God. Like they're writing this movie to show like that it doesn't matter where you come from. These morals, these lessons that we're learning can be used whether or not you believe the thing that's trying to be preached. Like all the way that the person is preaching it, you can still learn from these things. And that moment is just one of my favorite. It's such a good moment in such an average movie, and because Bruce Almighty also is just so good. Bruce Almighty is like legitimately just a great fun, but like actually has some really great lessons of life in the movie. It's super good and super amazing. And then this movie's average, but it does have that one great scene. And that's me. Like with religion, from all religions, all of these different customs, like you can pick and choose these things that you like that make you feel like you're going to live the best life. Because me personally, I think that like I'm either like if I was to assign or align with a religion, it would probably be more like Buddhist slash
and that's more
slash meditative.
And that's more of a like a lifestyle than it is like
or like just hardcore like Nazi. Like neo-Nazi, like what's like one of, like it just depends on the day. Like Wednesday I might be a Nazi, Friday I might be Buddhist.
Depends on who he's mad at.
It depends on who I'm mad at that day. If they're if they're really mean and I just want to meditate and be calm, or or if they're I'll let you fill in the blanks.
I'm gonna be 100% with y'all. Like the closest I've ever felt. Who?
Creighton? Yeah, he's been there the whole time. It's like crazy. He's been quiet for a while.
No, I was just listening to you guys talk.
Well, it was just him. I was quiet too.
I'm sorry for talking so long.
No, it's okay. That's what you're supposed to
honestly
do.
some of the best talking that I've ever heard you do.
Yeah,
that was enthralling.
Yeah,
thank you.
And you
man.
never talk, so
you cooked that shit up, dog.
But
yeah.
no, like one of the closest times I've ever felt to like God or whatever you want to call it is like went through like either
Mariah
meditation
Carey is
or
what I would like to call it.
The closest I ever felt to Mariah Carey is through meditation,
Yeah.
or through like being able to just sit somewhere. And I did it a lot at church because when I was really into going to church, I wasn't really going to listen to what they were preaching. I was going and just kind of like being there in the moment and just kind of like being with my thoughts and like reflecting on the week before, reflecting on the week ahead, and praying like about it, And a lot that back then I was doing a lot of audio work for my grandma's church, so there was a lot of time to just be in the background and stuff, What?
Nothing.
What is it?
When you said back then I was doing, in my head the only next potential thing was like some kind of drug. I was on mushrooms, and like it was just really good for me to have those thoughts while I was that high. Like that's where I thought I was going for a second. I tried not to say it, but you made me say it.
But no, it's weird, and then like it almost kind of felt like, and sometimes I would fall asleep, but also like it felt like sometimes like just like in that moment of being like out of your body, but not like falling asleep, but just feeling like you're on the outside looking in. It feels like in a way that I haven't felt anything else like it since, if that makes sense,
Last year when I started running a lot, like around the neighborhood with the weight vest and shit, I would take my Bose glasses, and just like listen to podcasts, listen to music, whatever. Since the weather's gotten good and I've been able to start doing it again this year, like the first 2 or 3 times I listened, and I just kept cutting them off.
And just listening to everything
and
around.
just sitting there thinking, and like it's become a very over the last like 2 months I've become super duper hyper focused when I run just on everything around me instead of trying to listen. And there might be like a song stuck in my head, I might be like replaying something, but like 70% of the time I'm sitting there like just thinking about whatever it is in life I'm worried about, or thinking about the thing that I'm trying to do next, or thinking instead of sitting there and drowning the thoughts out with music and podcasts. And
I've been doing that
for whatever reason. That's been happening a lot over the last like 4 or 5 months for me.
I've been doing that a lot when I walk around here too. It's like, me and April did it the other morning, and I was like just listening to everything and like feeling like the peacefulness of it. And I was like, this is really a beautiful walk to go on around here.
It's important to like drive with the music off.
Yeah. And April looks at me like I'm crazy whenever I'm driving with the music off, because there's a lot of times I just get in the truck and go. And, like, I won't turn anything on. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I just something about listening to the engine and listening to, like, everything else around me.
Exactly.
And, your breathing.
It's
and
a natural
it ties
sound
all
that,
together,
you know what I mean?
It's like a symphony of its own.
I fuck with that, yeah. You got to turn the music off.
And she's like, why? She's like, "Are you a psycho? Are you gonna kill me?" She literally said that one of the first couple times we started dating.
Are you
Or
a
start
psycho?
going-
Are
yeah.
you gonna kill me?
And I was like, "Yes, for sure." I was just waiting for this moment for you to point it out.
You know, you could make the joke like, "Yeah, I did all this so I could kill you," and then like it would sound right for that kind of person.
Oh yeah. Now I'm just waiting till like we have like a whole ass family and everything, and then I'm just gonna whip it out as like a anniversary surprise. I'm like, "Surprise! I'm
and
gonna
fucking
kill you.
stab her.
Got a knife.
You need to run.
I'm
I want it to
deranged.
be a game.
I'm deranged."
Aleem is higher than my electric bill.
Barbecued for
Quite,
sure.
indeed.
Yes.
And
yes.
I work a lot.
Yeah, you do.
Mm.
You're more jacked than I've ever seen you.
Yeah, you look good.
Thanks. I'm technically not eating enough. Yeah.
He's like, "I just smoked 2 cigarettes and drank a Red Bull before I got here."
No, dude, I'm no. All right, so like regularly hundreds of milligrams of caffeine, black and mild after black and mild after black and mild after. Like, dude, it's.
Right in the mic.
So that's the
Oh, my
black.
bad. It's
That's
just-
the
it's-
black and mild diet.
Yeah, no. The diet is it's horrendous. Like I am not. That's I.
You gotta start coming over here, dude. I'll make you some
Yeah.
good food. Like
No, that's what I'm
filling
saying.
food.
But it's not like I don't have access to it thing. It's like that's
It's the
like what-
motivation.
I don't know. It's like what I go off of. Like it's stupid for sure, but like I'm in really good shape for not a good reason. It's like I don't understand.
You gotta find
Dude,
the time to. It's hard to do. It's hard to eat
Yeah.
what you're supposed to eat. Like I've
Yeah.
constantly find myself not doing it. Like I'll just go 2 days in a row and just eat fucking trash. But like you gotta at some point you gotta catch up, or it's gonna be so
Yeah.
hard to catch up.
Yeah.
'Cause you have like the body type. How much do you weigh? Like
150 right now.
yeah, I was gonna say you gotta like if you hit 165, dude, you would be fucking peak
And-
165.
And I was regularly like heavier than that before from just like like I didn't realize how much the way my body sits. Like when I have a lot of weight on, it doesn't look as sloppy as it would. You know what I mean? So or somebody else. So with that being said, I was it's really hard for me to find the motivation to work out because I look like I'm in shape when I'm not, and I'm not in shape at all.
Bless
know
you.
what I mean, like
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm so.
Yeah.
I got a gym membership today. Honestly,
Where
oh,
at?
really? Where at?
yeah. The Anytime.
Okay.
Joint. Yeah.
Okay.
Should definitely check out Planet Fitness
Are
or
you gonna
whichever
go?
that or the 24-hour, whichever one that new one is that's gonna be over
That's
where
the
by
one. Yeah,
Lowe's.
yeah. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one.
Oh,
that's the
okay.
one.
Yeah, anytime's over there by the subway. That one's I can't, is that Planet Fitness?
Yeah, that's
Yeah?
what's going in where Bilo's at.
Is it like what is it like $10 a month?
No, it's
The one
it's
that I-
crazy cheap because my
Well, he got it today, so let's let him tell us.
well no, I was gonna say I know somebody that works there. So
I-
oh my bad, but yeah, go ahead.
Like, nah. So I thought I was gonna go in there and spend like $30-$40. I wound up spending like 100 and like
What?
yeah, 'cause of like the membership fee, and they had like the hydro massage thing, and I needed all the like the bells and whistles and stuff. So I wound up spending like way more money than I meant to.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But, like,
not a
what-
good idea.
But what's the constant amount? Like
oh,
the month
like
by month.
39.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's too much.
I agreed. 100% agreed. But my friends go there, so I was like, fuck it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't go there. That's great.
No.
Anyway,
Impulsive decision.
did Gunnar go? Is Gunnar going there now?
No. Gunner's probably still
At okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were telling people were saying it was gonna be like $10 a month.
Well, no, they're advertising it as really cheap. That's why I'm
Yeah.
surprised by what he said because
Did you get like the gangster plan, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
all the
yeah,
shit? Okay,
yeah,
well that's
yeah,
why,
yeah,
because you
yeah,
get to
yeah.
use all the. You can bring one person in for free, I think, every
Mhm.
time. You can use the hydro massage. You can use. There's a bunch of shit you can use, right? What are the amenities? Let's fucking pump this
is
place
there
up
a
for a second.
sauna?
Nah, there's like a tanning thing, which I was like, obviously, I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
anything with that
Not
Yeah.
gonna use that ever.
ever. I mean, that's it. That it like
Hydro
Really?
massage. You get
The
to bring a
hydro
person for
massage-
Is
free.
it
Tanning
open
thing?
yet?
I feel like we're talking about separate.
Bro,
things.
he went there.
No. I mean, but
Whoa,
like,
whoa, 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 whoa,
like,
whoa,
it- 'cause,
whoa,
like,
whoa.
peop-
Wait, are we talking about? You guys think we're talking about Planet Fitness?
I don't know what
yeah,
it's.
I
oh,
thought
no,
we were
no.
talking about Planet
the
Fitness.
one that's next to Tractor Supply.
I'm talking about the workout anytime or the
The one right here.
Oh,
The one in next to Murphy's.
That's workout.
yeah, I
music?
guess.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah,
one
like
you
to
went
the right of Murphy's, like in that same parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind
Okay,
then.
yeah.
Damn, they offer that hydro shit too.
Yeah, the hydro massage thing is nice.
Damn, that's fire.
yeah, like it is.
Damn.
It
I
is.
thought you'd join Planet Fitness because I was like because I knew
no.
kind of what they're doing, but I
Planet Fitness
really
stole
looked.
money from me when the fucking pandemic hit.
really.
Nice.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say they stole money from me, but it was kind of like, all right, we're on lockdown.
Yeah, because I was gonna text them and be like, "You hear him?
no,
Give
no,
it back."
No, because we're on lockdown and like they're not. Whenever we had gone on lockdown when the pandemic started, or when it got really bad, rather, technically, like I didn't use your gym for the rest of the month, or like most of that month. So,
Yeah.
like it was a small matter, obviously, but like
Yeah,
we lit. I felt like.
I probably.
Like they had an option to take money from everybody, knowing that the entire country like was inside.
Yes,
And
And they
took-
should.
and they
yeah.
And
definitely
they took
did.
the money, yeah. So that's why I don't fuck with Planet Fitness, like fundamentally.
Anytime Fitness probably got a solid 9 months of bills, like of me paying my thing without ever going, just because I never went and canceled. Because I kept thinking I'll go next week
Yeah.
Yeah.
for like almost a year, like, and then I finally
Yeah.
was like, I need to just cancel this and either go to the gym with Gunner or start my own gym here at the house. And like at first I was like, I'm gonna go to the gym with Gunner, and then slowly but surely, me and Gunner both were like, having a gym at the house would be fucking awesome. And so now we both just have gyms at our house.
Which
Oh yeah, you do have the.
I need to cancel mine because I've just been coming and using Charlie's.
Yeah, Creighton's been here every morning just using
Yeah,
our
I swear to
little gym.
God, like religiously, I'm here, and every
Mike keeps telling me
Dude.
like, I can't believe you let him in, but it's kind of cool because he's like, oh, it's like a weird kind of alarm.
dude. So this is what Charlie said. I told him I was going on vacation this week, right? He's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, awesome! I'm gonna be awake. We're gonna fuck it up."
The gym.
I work.
We're gonna fuck the
I,
gym.
I
up.
work out.
Let's take a step back.
I work.
We're gonna
out.
fuck up the gym. We're
I
gonna
wo-
work out.
I work out Monday through Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. I have not seen this motherfucker one time when I've been here to work out. Every time I call
I told you
him,
we would record
I
more than
text
anything, and I
him.
told you also that I would.
I went up to his room one time and tried to wake him up. His ass was fucking asleep
I don't even
and naked
remember
under
that.
the blankets.
I don't even remember that.
And like it.
How'd
it-
you know? Did you look?
Yeah, I
You
looked.
son of a bitch.
I was curious.
God damn it! I
But
hate when
it
he
wasn't
does
anything
that.
I haven't seen before.
Okay,
You know
hilarious
what I
joke.
mean?
The problem is that our schedules do not line up. If he worked out at like noon every day, we'd work out
Why?
every single day.
Dude, I'm doing shit by noon.
I
Today
know,
I
I
was
know.
doing like home improvement shit.
I
like
understand,
hanging
but
up
that's
TVs,
simply your fault.
restoring my canoe. Like
That's simply just your fault. I'm sorry.
like I was doing shit.
Tomorrow,
I'm on vacation, Charlie. I'm trying to get shit done. Like my day starts after I drop them kids off at school. It's over.
What Ollie? What's so funny in this time? What, dude? Say it.
No, man, nothing, nothing.
Say it though instead
Say
of
it,
not
come
saying
on.
it. The fact that he has kids and takes them to school.
Yes.
Isn't that shit crazy? Of all of us, who would have thought? Like,
I love those kids, man. Those kids are like one of the April and those kids
Yeah.
are one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Like I love it.
There's nothing like wrong
But
with that at all.
but no,
I
no,
think it's a
but
nice
like I
thing.
get why he's laughing though.
Yeah,
it's
true.
hilarious.
It's
It
like
is.
hearing somebody say that shit out loud. Is just
who's our age, who we've known this whole time, and it just happened out of
Look,
nowhere.
it's gonna be
He
Gunner
skipped as
soon.
a baby face. He's like right into they have to go to school and shit.
It's gonna
crazy.
happen to Gunner soon enough. Trust me.
It's
as soon
true.
as he finds a daycare, he's gonna be like, "Get that bitch out of here." I'm gonna start.
No, we
hanging-
went. Nah, dude, that's not gonna happen. He loves that baby.
Look, you
we
say
went to
that.
Charleston for 1 day. 1 day. We were gone less than a day,
Mm-hmm.
and he was fucking like, dude, I miss my fucking baby,
But
bro.
look,
I
look.
want my baby. He
But-
was so mad that he did not have his
But
baby
see,
with him.
that's his first one, and it hasn't started talking, and it hasn't started.
It has
walking
started
around.
talking and walking.
But
a
it's
year old,
not-
bro. He's
it's
already a
not
year old.
walking well. Let me tell you, when that bitch starts moving, like
Bro,
you're
he's
gonna be like,
moving. Do you know how babies work?
Yeah,
he's
but
already
you,
a year
you don't,
old.
You don't understand. Like, and April will tell you too. Like, once they hit like 2 or 3, they're moving, bro. And like they will like disappear so fast.
I think it just depends
get
on
quiet
what you're
so
willing.
fast.
I think it depends on what you're willing to want
I'm
and
just
what you're willing to
saying,
put up with.
Look, I'm just saying. I am telling you from what April has told me. She was like, I loved them until they were about like 2 or 3, and then I had to like cut that shit off.
Have you ever seen the 2001 movie I Am Sam? I have not.
What is that about?
I don't know because I haven't
Is
seen
it
it.
about a guy named Sam? trying to get us green eggs and ham.
Google it.
Google it.
Giggle it. You gotta giggle it.
Liam's like, I'm too Colorado.
I Am
for this
Sam
shit.
is the compelling story of Sam Dawson, a mentally challenged father raising his daughter, Lucy, with the help of a unique group of friends. As Lucy, okay, I get it.
That's just
Creighton's-
Forrest Gump
Creighton
too.
is Sam. Creighton is the mentally disabled
That's
guy.
just
who has
Forrest
kids.
Gump too, though.
Good joke, funny
Thank
joke.
you, thank
Forrest
you,
Gump
thank
too.
you,
How
thank
dare you?
Forrest, two Gump.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
I can't wait for the new Transformers movie. 2 trans, 2 former.
Gump to the forest.
Forrest 5.
So, because I shit you not, I never know what the fuck we're talking about.
Forest 3.
I never know.
Shrimp boat drift. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Gump X.
Stop it. Okay, stop. Stop. Okay, what? What's up, dude? What were you gonna say, dude? Say
I
it.
love how we go from serious to making like movie puns.
Well, I mean, we're good at it. What about us? Something?
I never know what the fuck's going on.
Well, no, it's us.
Yeah, it's us.
When
bro.
you and me have a podcast, there's it's crazy because you and me have a real conversation. It sounds like a podcast. We sound like someone gets to be in the room while we're all like
Yeah.
blasted on mushrooms, but we're not always blasted on mushrooms.
I'm like
it's
the
just how we
soberest
speak
one
sometimes.
here.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy that you're, that's crazy. Bless you, bro. I need you to calm down,
Thank
though.
you.
Thanks.
Fast Force, Jenny got.
Okay, dude, stop.
Thanks.
We're not. She's already dead by then. Fast forward. Oh, God damn it.
Jenny got AIDS.
I get it. Stop. Don't encourage him to make more of these.
Oh.
Anyways, man.
Anyways.
So, with aliens and stuff being like really on the fucking horizon,
Aliens are here. Yes. Hold on. I like this.
like, I don't know. I just feel like that doesn't bother you guys. That doesn't move you guys.
I mean,
like,
It
Look.
definitely moves me. I think the real thought. My thing is, whether it's Bigfoot, whether it's aliens, whether it's whatever, show it to me.
yeah.
And like I'll start giving it the super duper. I've already given it a lot of philosophical deep thinking. I've allotted a lot of time for these things in my brain. But like before I start letting it attribute any kind of change to my life,
Yeah.
I gotta see it.
I just feel like the actual implications of things like that are like
Yeah.
huge.
Well,
Yes.
you know what it reminds
It's like
me
the
of.
telegraph or the plane. It's like shit is about to change everywhere all at once.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
If
There's
this-
like
if this is real.
there's a
Ye-
greater happening about to happen.
Yeah.
You know what?
I think
reminds
it's
me
coming
Of?
exactly when it needs to happen too, because the world is on fucking fire.
Yeah. What it reminds me of when he like the way he just said that, it kind of reminds me of like when COVID was beginning to happen,
Mhm.
because like you're hearing about this stuff that's like happening way over here, and then like every day it gets a little bit closer and a little bit closer,
And then
finally
it had us for 3 years.
Yeah, and then it had us for 3 years, and I mean like you think it sounds funny, but I mean it changed everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's still changing
Literally,
everything.
it's crazy how we as a society let it affect us, because COVID was the only thing anyone wanted to use against anyone. Like it was the defining, here's whose side you're on, here's where you're wrong, here's where you're right.
Right.
And then Ukraine started and COVID
It just-
disappeared in a week. It was
Mhm.
gone. It was gone off of Twitter. There was no longer the COVID fucking headlines or
Oh,
the
yeah.
COVID tab, like find out about COVID.
As soon as school shootings started up again too, like I know we already made jokes about it earlier, but like in all seriousness, when they started up again, like it was kind of like, oh, okay, well, COVID's over now, because like
and now
people-
COVID, dude, no one anywhere.
nobody cares.
It's still a big thing in like New York and LA, and that's it.
yeah,
Apparently, like it's just crazy in those places. But even there, it's like people are back to normal. And like here, it barely changed.
yeah.
Here it was bad for that first year.
It was bad, and it was bad for small businesses here. You know how
It was bad
like,
for
we
small
lost,
businesses
we
everywhere.
lost Gins.
We
We
lost
lost a couple of other ones. I'm surprised 521 Barbecue stayed, a little bit.
Well, it still
because-
sucks now. but-
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I'm surprised as a business it continued to exist, and
Yeah.
Punkies too, because they're both locally owned and operated shit that
Yeah.
you know just was not able to do anything but takeout orders for basically 3 years. You know,
Yeah. Well, not 3. It was
well, a year and a half.
here.
2
It
years.
all settled down way faster than pretty much everywhere in the country. Like
Yeah.
Florida, basically never even shut down, and then South Carolina, a bunch of the red states, it was a lot faster that we were back to some semblance of normal. Everything was open like 3 or 4 months in, and then shit was crazy for about 5 months there.
And
But then like a year in, everything was normal. Some people had masks on, some people didn't. COVID had no chance versus Florida, man. No one does. No one can fuck Florida. The aliens are going to be the only ones, and they're just going to like push it down into the water.
I remember us getting like the papers at work saying, "Okay, there's going to be a curfew in effect. Here's your pass to be able to drive home from work, so that way you don't get pulled over."
And Creighton was using that shit to
and,
come do podcasts
well,
at 11 after work
and
every night.
I was like, I don't think that's going to happen, but okay. And
And then it
I
so
never even
happened.
saw it. I never even.
Oh,
saw
you mean you never
anybody.
got pulled
Yeah,
over? or
Like that's what
anything.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
No
Like,
one
yeah.
here, none of the cops here were going to
Yeah.
pull anyone over
No,
after 11
no,
or anything. They
no.
know how
and,
shit is.
And at first, Charlie was like, "Do we need to be worried about that? Like, do you want to stop doing them and do them before you go to work?" And I was like, "Well, let's see how it goes."
I'm glad that we did.
The
'cause, like,
first couple of nights.
in terms of growth, this podcast at the beginning of COVID was, we have 25, 30 people in here a night at a time, let alone, like, we'd have 100 people come in and out of the chat over the course of 3 hours, and every podcast was 3 hours, and we were doing 5 a week in a row, or 6 sometimes.
we grew our audience fast.
It-
like a lot of it.
That's
at
a
first,
big reason that we have people that keep coming in, is we had
Copenhagen
so
came
many.
in the middle. Of
Yeah,
that.
everybody. Most of the people that we caught were all during Copenhagen, all during COVID, and there have been times like since where Creighton's like, "Man, I feel like the podcast isn't growing." I'm like, "Well, dude, it's because we're not consistent anymore. We were mad consistent during COVID because we could be,
Yeah.
and like
We've
over
gotten
time,
back to some semblance of that now. Like,
Yeah.
Now that we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
or at
Friday's
least,
like
at
a-
least
if-
that's the aim. That's the
Yeah.
hope, is that we can do all 3
But
days.
I mean,
as long
we
as we get 2
at
of those.
least one a week.
Yeah.
Even last week when you were going to go on vacation,
We
we were
still
kinda
were able to
like,
squeeze
I don't
one
know
in
if we're
right
gonna
before.
get one in, and then we got kind of a quick one in. But I mean, that's the thing about COVID. Like everybody was inside, so like they had to watch us. We were the only thing on. Nothing else was happening. Don't worry about it.
That's true, and shit grew.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong though. Like, I'm glad that it's not like that anymore. But at the same time, like it was so up in the air.
We need a
days.
tragedy as a society.
Well,
we
that's
need
that's
a
what I was
tragedy or
gonna-
a great uniter, and I think the aliens will be our great uniter rather than a tragedy.
Well, so how do we think that they don't like us, or do we think that they are like
That's what I'm
coming in
saying. Like,
peace?
there's so many variables when
Yeah.
when that shows up. And
like,
I don't-
what would you hope? What's your hope?
I
Mm.
think if they didn't like us, that we would already be dealt with. You know
But
what I mean?
if you listen, all right. So if that whistleblower is to be like listened to at all, then there's like we've basically been able to take out some of their shit.
Oh,
So
really?
it's like, yeah, so it's like they operate. Because at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? If you can, like, make some shit float, like, that's cool. But if I smack the shit out of you, I smack the shit out of you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, but then that's what we're.
I
The implication that you can exist in a manner that isn't based on the principles and pillars that we know in a society or, like, that we've been taught. Because that's the thing. If something came from somewhere else, right? If somewhere came from. You have no idea of what kind of. Confines it exists in. You have no idea what kind of rules it abides by, like how it thinks or anything like that.
Or even
So-
as humanoid.
Yeah, exactly. So the introduction of that is something that's being used by the people that are in charge. Like slowly but surely, the further the timeline gets along, like from year to year and stuff,
Good
it
catch.
feels like
that was amazing.
I'm chatting my ass off and barbecued, but year after year, it just seems like it becomes more and more obvious. Like, it's so much in your face that it's not that you're this grand genius for figuring it out. It's so much in your face that it's like, yeah, come figure it out because it's about to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I
Oh,
don't know.
Or is it going to be like, because this is, I'm like, we're talking like one way or the other. It's going to be either really bad or really good.
Yeah.
But what if it's like more in the middle? Like, we talk about how fucking there's like corruption in our face every day with like some of the politicians.
I
and
feel like
shit
it's
that goes
more
on.
like
But like
Sorry.
nobody ever does anything. It's just accepted as like, oh yeah, that
Yeah,
person's corrupt. You know, and
exactly.
we just got to deal with it.
I feel like it's gonna be like X-Men First Class. For real though. Have you seen the movie? Have you seen X-Men? First Class?
Yeah.
Well, no, but
Everybody's
I mean,
gonna hate
No.
aliens.
No, so what I'm saying is, what if like the X-Men are trying to save everyone,
Right.
but both sides are trying to fuck the X-Men over, and because both sides don't understand that the X-Men are trying to help. What if like we keep shooting down these aliens? What if the aliens are here and they're trying to like fix shit like on the low, and we just keep fucking them up?
But
And like sooner or later they're gonna have to be like, listen, bro, we're here to help. But we didn't want to
But
fucking
see-
we tried to Star Trek this shit up for you and not like interfere with society, but like fucking fuck it, pray to us, we're God, and we're gonna fix everything. So just let us fix it.
But see, like that's the thing. I feel like if they are here, then who?
There's
like
no
the,
if.
the
There's
well,
no if.
I mean, like the people,
No, I'm not
They're
like-
fucking here,
There's
like
Craig.
the
no
people
if.
are here, but like they're here, but the people that are in charge are going to not look at like, oh, this is an amazing discovery. How can we benefit from this as a society? They're like,
It's
okay,
more of a
how can we
threat.
make money off of this?
Or how can we stop this from happening?
Yeah,
Before,
or how
before
yeah.
it changes everything we've built in
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
way
it's
that
more that one because
yeah.
even the like make money off of it, like at this, like I don't know, I feel like
what are they gonna do? Put them in a fucking zoo? Like,
And that- yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's going to be like Manifest Destiny all over again. They're like, we got to go to the sky.
yeah, basically.
You know. Look, he's laughing, but I mean, like, it's crazy because, like, if you
Well,
flip
think
the
about all those
script-
cults that said that the spaceship was gonna come and save them,
yeah,
and they fucking killed themselves. Like, what if that really is? What if that movie from earlier that I mentioned? What if there's an afterlife and the aliens are trying to tell us? Like, who knows what the fucking thing is that they're trying to do? Who knows what their mission is? Who knows what like they're trying to help do or teach us or hurt us? Like, who knows? Like, what if our military really is just that fucking gangster shit, stopping this thing from destroying us many times without telling us because they're being humble about? Like, who knows what the fuck is happening? I just want to talk to them. I want them on the podcast. Shirts off. We'll break it to the world. Here's Zeebzorp. He's our boy.
There's
Aleem is Zeebzorp. Guys, Aleem's been trying to tell us for months, but he's the alien.
no.
He's the aliens. And hello, how are you?
the,
What's
the
your
The
mission?
very nature of how we exist, like we only know it because it's like what we see.
And what we've decided.
You know what I mean? So like the introduction of something so contrary to that is either gonna like, there's never been a great actual happening. Well, I mean, there's been plenty. You know what I mean? There's like, in whatever social movements are going on, but
Yeah,
what-
religious awakenings. There's been artistic
Yeah, yeah,
renaissances and
se-
things that
sexual
change the
awakenings.
status quo.
yeah, yeah. My bad. So this is like a huge like.
Shift in the status quo.
Exactly, or could be, or like
Yeah.
at the same time, the fact that it's not being spoken about more. You know what I mean? But then, like when you really think about things, it makes a lot more sense. Like I feel like, yeah, that's definitely gonna help my dry mouth. Thank you. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like the whole notion of aliens like being here is
It's nuts.
it's mind-boggling, but then it makes you like really, really start to question like what it is to exist. You know what I mean? And like what's the end game and all this shit.
Yeah, I mean, I decided long ago that end game wise is just for me is have fun and laugh. Laugh, keep talking shit. As long as you can keep talking shit and laughing, do that as long as you can. That's like my specific, like kind of my mantra.
So my thing is like I do that, but like my head still and my spirit, like I still just want to know like
Yeah.
what actually is like going on and what isn't going on. Because like if something exists that far out from here, then like what is that like what is the greater like what's the greater connectivity, you know what I mean? Like what is being tapped into for that to get from over there to get over here? Or like shouldn't have gave me the chocolate donuts.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It's just like I don't know, man. Like I feel like everybody's like focused on like stupid shit right now, like things that don't really matter. But
But I mean, that's the game, though. They want that. You know?
I mean, yeah.
I was reading this thing where a lot of the biggest empires and societies that have like risen and then fallen, every time they peak right before they're about to fall, it's because they have run out of social issues and have started creating some that didn't exist or didn't exist naturally, and shit started like hitting the fan in terms of they were starting to focus on the wrong things as a society and what they were okay with and mad at with the people in power. And that's when everything started crumbling down, because you lose chain of command, and you lose like the principles that let you decide who is good at what and who is like acceptable to lead. And that's what it kind of seems like is happening, at the very least in America, if not a lot of other places in the world right now. And I think the biggest reason that it's happening at all, and that we are able to see it and talk about it, is because we have the internet. And we probably haven't had the internet before.
Well, and
like, we've
we're
definitely, as societies in history, like they've already proven that, like Egypt in the pyramids, they had lights, like light bulbs, like they had light systems, they had electricity, they had like incredibly precise surgical equipment, and like ways of doing like super advanced medical shit that for decades no one could have ever imagined anyone could do until like the last 100 or 200 years. But they were doing it thousands of years ago. Like, societies have come and gone in the time that we've allotted. And the Library of Alexandria probably had all the keys to all that shit, and we lost it. And that probably has happened 15 times in the last 50,000 years or however long. And oh my God, excuse me.
Yeah.
The internet is like probably the craziest one yet, in that like at any time I could just say, how many streets are there in Turkey? And then be like, how many of those streets are connected to the internet? How many people in Turkey can I talk to? Can I talk to everyone in Turkey, like, slowly if I wanted to? Can I start, like, meeting these people? How do I learn how to speak the language that Turkey speaks? Okay, how is Turkey's economy doing? How's Turkey as a society doing right now? And do that with you can figure that out about all the countries in the world that you can reach and discuss and talk to. Because, like, if you read what they wrote, it's like history is written by the victors. If you're talking to the people, all of a sudden, all these people in the world are like, whoa, what's happening in America? What's happening in Canada? What's happening in Brazil? What's happening in fucking New Zealand? These places where there's, like, air quote freedom. These places where you can, like, have, free will and decision. You don't have to worry about the oppressors that are telling you what to do. I can make it there. I can go there, or I can at least try and enact that here. I can change the way all society right now, with the internet, with the understanding and the knowledge of everywhere all at once, is starting to slowly crumble into this weird, like, when you're cooking fucking like bacon or eggs or meat and it starts to fucking blacken at the bottom because you've left it there, and it's like, we're not going to be able to come back from this. Everyone already knows, because of the internet, this whole generation, anyone alive right now knows how easy it all was for a second, and it's about to start falling down because of how much knowledge is out there. For a long time, it was a trickle-down effect of what you knew. Like, you and I could sit here and be like, how old is Chance the Rapper? And without the internet, we don't fucking know. We had to wait till we go to a fucking concert and meet some guy who's his cousin and be like, yo, how old is Chance? And he's like, dude, I forgot, but I think his birthday's in March. It's like you don't know. But now we know anything we need to know, or what we think we need to know. Anything we want to know, we can find out. The things we need to know are harder because they're not something you can Google anymore. The things that we need to know are philosophical ideas that people are having trouble figuring out, and it's dividing everybody. And it's because of the access to information, I think.
But see,
I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist.
We also have
the bacon analogy was fucked. I'm sorry.
We also have a way of like because of the internet, we're very self-aware now. You know what I mean? More self-aware, more than likely, probably than any society that's ever came before us, right?
Yes.
So I think that gives us an opportunity.
Except for Marcus Aurelius. Somehow or another, he also was incredibly self-aware philosophically. Seriously. Like the guy who ran Rome. He ran Rome for like 20 years, and it was like Rome's longest and like most successful time of peace. And like he wrote things. Like he has Meditations is a book he wrote based on just like his philosophical understandings of the way the world works and everything. And like it's crazy how a lot of what he said, like he almost halfway predicted how things would go in the world, but also how a lot of his philosophies, they measure up and like sound so similar to things that people have discovered today.
Yeah.
And that like, that still go on. Like it's not dated, if that makes sense, because it was Latin. Like it was Latin, so there's direct translations that are right, that like sound right. You read it and you're like, this is what he was saying. And it's crazy.
Well, I was going with we're self-aware, so I think that it's gonna go differently. You know what I mean? I don't know if that means it's gonna be a savior to us, or like if it's just gonna end up like collapsing again and then evolving in a different way. But I look at art as a reflection for where we're at right now. And if you look at stuff like movies, you look at stuff like books, you look at stuff, everything that people are producing these days, it's all about breaking down that traditional narrative, There's no more like stuff, and a lot of stuff that's popular, there's no more 3-part act traditionally anymore. Like look at Everything Everywhere All at Once. Look at kind of Spider-Verse. Look at, some of these things that are looking at what does it mean to tell a story? What does it mean to be a society? What does it mean to have these roles that you have to follow these rules or you have to live a certain way? I think if we're heading to a point that we're going to break down, it's going to be a lot different than the traditional way that it's been happening with previous societies in our world.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was a good podcast. Holy shit! It has actually been 2 hours. I
Yeah.
thought I was looking over like, I guess I'll look over probably like an hour 20, fucking hour 55.
No, we were at like an hour 20 when Melissa left.
Aleem is on the edge of the universe right now.
All the fucking time, honestly.
Yeah. This bless you again, bro.
Thank
You need to
you.
get this figured out. Are you
Thank
good?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Are you sick?
The
Are you dying?
I just want to say one more thing.
Okay,
about
last thing.
the
Let's wrap up
optimist
on this.
in me is hoping
The
that-
Optimus Prime?
Yeah,
Okay. Just making
Is-
sure we're all on the same page.
is hoping that we will use this meditativity to be
When you say
to-
meditativity, are you saying meta or meta, like meditate?
like meta,
Okay.
like using this
Meditativity.
meditativity to maybe not collapse in a way, but like go back to the roots of what was making us a great society to begin with, or getting us back on track for where we want to be as a society.
That would definitely be the hope. I would definitely hope for something like that.
Because I know there's a lot of crazy people in the world, but I also think because of stuff like the internet and everything is magnifying that.
I also think I
craziness.
could survive in the woods. So
But that's what I'm
I'll
saying.
be
You're
fine.
not the only person. There's a lot of people. Then they don't show it on TV. They don't show it on the internet. But they talk about being self-sufficient, not relying on everything modern day conveniences.
yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot more people out there like that than the world lets on. The world that
Yeah.
we're exposed to anyway.
Yeah. I would say you're probably right. Wooden cabin in the woods. Exactly. Lucky Show been sitting here the whole time.
You're making woods out of wood.
Okay, bro.
Houses out
With
of
that
woods.
terrible, I don't even know what to call it. It's not a pun.
It's a metaphor.
Okay.
Because it's meta.
Everybody have a great night. I've been Charles the Boy. That's Aleem DeSalami. And that is Creighton. Say goodbye, Creighton.
Goodbye, Creighton.
In the wood, LOL facts. Good night, everybody.